Cool.
So he's still kind of a maybe.
We shall see what happens.
Yeah. Could always use more people.
Yep.
Other than we have to split the treasure more.
It's true.
Indeed.
I don't know. I like to think Big Monkey can handle it. You know?
You only get one big monkey per long day, though.
Per day, yeah.
Yeah. We need more big monkeys.
It only lasts for an hour. Yep.
The monkey has been used for the day.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, I'm fresh now though. We get another monkey today if you guys want.
All right. Well, I think we're pretty much ready to begin. Amara, it would be your turn to scribe if you're okay with that.
Okay.
All right. And Elric, you are the previous scribe. Do you want
I
to
kept
give
it
us...
short and sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
We last left off session 45, where the group foils Elric in trying to free Bergalil, and Tiny locks Elric out of the room with Arcane Lock, making his goals even harder to reach. Locoon puts on his black shades and trench coat and hacks the Hollow, gaining powers over this place, making him able to access all locked doors and a few other features. We decide to push forward, spearheaded by Locoon the Cheater, who was now branded that by Demi. Locoon opens the door that's guarded by 4 stone golems, and a decent fight breaks out between us and the demons within. We clear out the room and find some interesting items and potions all over the room. We divvy out the potions and ended the session shortly after.
Nice.
Short and to the point.
I dig it. Let's just get to the action
Yeah,
now.
I figured y'all would probably get tired of me writing books every time I log.
I
Never.
enjoyed your last book. I
Oh yeah.
I got some insight into the inner workings of Elric and how he was tormented by
Oh my
losing his
God.
lost love. Yep, that was great.
That's hilarious, yeah. All right,
Oh, you
so what are
should
we
try
doing in
to-
this room?
She tried to bring back Lyra through Bergalel. That would be cool.
He can't do that. He doesn't have that kind of power.
He's pretty disappointing for a demon, if you ask me.
I know, right? Like, he's basically the big monkey of demons.
He hits
Yeah.
hard.
Just a question. What's this like star is on us? What's that star on me?
Emboldening bond.
Gotcha. Right.
Yeah. Alright, well, shoot. I'm somewhat running low on magic energy, but still got a bit left. Oh, no, I got a ton left. Just kidding.
Yeah, we should be okay. We went through that battle pretty
Yeah.
conservatively. Well done.
Yeah. Is this a door over there? Is it that our next direction, or are we going back?
First and foremost, does anybody need a short rest?
Just realized I was muted. When did you take a long rest?
A few days ago?
Was it last
a few days
session or
ago.
the session before?
The session before.
Oh, okay. Wait.
We didn't get a long rest this past session.
Yeah, we did.
No.
So we were
We
fresh
did?
off a long rest, I think.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Did we do a long rest? Did I forget
No,
to
I'm
change
still
the
missing hit
date?
I
dice.
was about to say,
Yeah, I think Oscar was just not present for a bunch of stuff, so he may have
'Cause
missed
I'm
the
sitting at-
battles.
I am
34
like,
hit points right now.
I am.
So,
Are you sure we didn't get a long rest? Like, I don't think we got a long rest
So,
last session,
the
but
last long
I'm like pretty
rest.
fresh.
The 36th of autumn, maybe?
The last long rest was session 42, and it's 45 now, or 46. So we haven't had a long
Yeah.
rest for like 4 sessions.
That sounds right.
There was a lot of exploring. Did you
Common
just
for us.
did you like hit the long rest button by accident? Because yeah, I don't think you got one since you did the big monkey. When you were
Well,
fighting. Go ahead.
I see that I used my arcane recovery up, and
Oh, maybe
yeah.
that's why you still have
Yeah,
it.
you can do that on a short rest.
I used it up. Yeah, so
I don't
maybe
think you've
that explains it.
rested. Yeah, I don't think you've rested since you've been in here. I think you
Gotcha.
rested before you broke through with the miners, and then
Yeah.
it's just been exploration.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay. I mean, I suppose that makes sense. I've been pretty good with my spells, and I've been using the ring and all that. So,
Yeah.
most of my third level spells are used up. So, I mean, I did use stuff. So, okay.
I mean, the best I can probably do is, well, I'm out of hit dice, so I'm
Yeah.
at 34 for the rest of the this day. So, you think we can get Tiny to put some healing hands, even though he ain't here? What's up? What are we thinking?
Tiny is pretty wounded himself. I think we're just gonna keep him in the background for now.
Okay.
I prefer that, anyways.
Anyone else wounded?
But I'll be
Not
fine.
wounded.
I don't think
Yeah.
anyone's wounded. I think you're tired. When you're above half but not at full, you're just tired because you
Tired.
use stamina to stave off some of the hits. Above half
Well-
HP is stamina.
Okay.
What is the meteor on me? Poisoned?
Yes, that is the poison symbol. Though I don't know. Are you still poisoned?
I thought we got that from the last battle.
Yeah, I think that was from the stench. But that
Cool.
would be gone at this point. It only lasts like a minute. Or actually, I think it lasts one turn. But yeah, you gotta keep making the save if you're
Yeah.
still in it.
Another thing is that you just got a bunch of potions, so if you really need to heal up, and I don't think
I
you
mean,
could
do we-
benefit from a short rest and just quaff them. But what time is it right now?
It is about 10 o'clock on the 36th of autumn, so it's getting late.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's correct. We were about to do a long rest, is what I feel. Actually, we were
Yes.
discussing taking a long rest down here, probably, right?
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. Now
If we wanted to do it in here or go out.
I mean, we would probably be safer going back to.
Did you
Or
all
cards,
close the
yeah.
front door? I think you did when you came in. Or wait, did you not?
Where the miners are on the other side?
I
thought we closed the front
think
door.
you brought them back.
They were supposed to come back, but they never did. I was waiting. Never came.
Well, they weren't supposed to come in here. I think they went back because I think they went back to Orcard's camp.
Yeah, okay. But
Oh,
I say maybe shut the door and
Yeah. Guess Lacoon can do that now. He is all access.
well, this door is just physical shut, open shut, right?
Yeah, the double stone door, the entryway.
Mm-hmm.
We resting down here. It'll save us time from going back and forth.
I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah.
It's very safe if you don't account for the demon trapped in the other room. But
Well,
It's true.
It's
Tiny has-
well, there is only one more door you haven't opened, so you probably got most of the demons at this point.
yeah, in this vicinity. So we'll shut this door then, I guess, physically.
Okay. So you shut the door, sealing the place, hopefully. It doesn't seem like it's locked anymore.
Mm.
but it's definitely closed. To lock it, you would probably need to pick it closed.
Would we be able to have Tiny do that?
Or have
Does he have
Locoon
a
do it.
background? Yeah.
I mean, well, just because he has all access and he can access every door, and Demi did open this door, so
Yeah, you could see about using the hollow to seal it.
Okay. I'll rush down to the hollow point and ask Demi to shut this, lock this front door.
All right. So the demon would say in your mind, "I will not wait much longer." Free me.
damn it.
You have a choice in that? I'll continue with Demi.
All right. So you head down there, ignoring the demon, hoping that he does not get free.
That could be a problem.
If you access the hollow, Demi would say, "Greetings again, cheater. What is it you wish?"
Hello. This is Locoon the cheater logging in. Would like to lock the front door of this place.
That can be arranged. I should remind you that the Rune Masters will imprison you once they find out about this.
Okay.
Front door has been sealed.
And this area too with this demon, it's secured, right? There's no way he's gonna get out of there.
The demon is secured until a choice is made on what to do with it.
Very well.
Unless the barrier is broken by magic or by physical destruction.
Understood. Thank you. Hugging out.
Alright. So you make your way around and shut the door.
Yeah. And this door in front of the demon is also like arcane locked by Tiny.
Yes, that is correct.
I am not
all
allowed
of us, All of us has passage through except for
Yeah.
in. Yeah.
Except for Elric, he's
Thanks.
banned.
Sorry,
Collusion.
Alric.
Straight up collusion.
He's
All right.
been banned from the demon room.
no more demons for you. Alright.
Alright, so you are attempting to rest the night in the main entryway?
I think so. And I'll try and put up a tiny hut for everybody.
Oh, you are? Okay, perfect.
I'll start that ritual.
There's an invisible demon flying around that you probably all hear.
Oh,
you only
yeah.
have 2 bears left?
Ernie.
Thought you had more. I guess the other 2 got killed, right?
I think 2 got killed, yeah.
There was one thing I want to ask the party. Hey guys, do you want me to spy on the druids with an arcane eye? Still got one of those left.
Sounds awesome.
If possible.
Alright. Well, before I put the hut up, then I'll do that. That sound like a plan?
Sounds good. The bears are only up until 10:40.
Alright, so they'll probably disappear at some point tonight. So you're casting Arcane Eye.
Yeah, I'll use my recovered 4th level spell slot, backup monkey slot, for Arcane Eye this time.
Alright, you're gonna move it out and into the hole outside?
Yeah.
Alright, so you open up the door and let the eye out. It will then seal again when you close it.
Alright.
So when you send it down under the ground, you are back in the cave. There doesn't seem to be much going on down here. There's the body of the dead Boulets that you killed. If you reach the treasure area, it is still empty. You don't see anyone in the area. I assume you're gonna just start moving deeper.
Going deeper towards where we saw the what was it, a bounty left behind by the evil druids.
Yeah,
going-
which is no longer there. If
know,
you head deeper, looking around the area, you would find a bunch of side caves, but they don't seem to have anything in them. Do you, I guess, what's your passive perception?
passive perception is a whopping 11.
Okay. So you find a couple of empty caves connected to the area where the treasure was, but you don't see any boulets or druids down here. There are caves that go deeper underground, if you want to try to go into them, but this is kind of getting towards the end of your spell.
Okay.
You wonder if the druids left the area.
I mean, I'm just gonna try to use it to the last bits of the spell. So 1 hour of it, and I think in an hour it can travel up to over 3 miles.
So you find a large cave where you think someone may have been living, because there's evidence of like gardens and other settlement type things, but it seems empty now.
Interesting. Okay.
But yeah,
End of the spell.
that's probably about what you the most probably the most relevant thing you find in the caves. A possible settlement area where the druids may have been until recently.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing else really down here. It doesn't even seem like there are any boulets in the area anymore. They may have all just left.
Interesting. All right.
Which
Well,
makes you think the
Lokuns-
druids were probably under or using the boulets as some kind of guardians, maybe.
Yep. All right. Well, Lokun's eyes roll back to the present, and he just lets everybody know. Saw some gardens, and with no boulets or no druids down there. Seems like they vanished. They were, yeah.
Interesting.
So bare bones, nothing of value.
I mean, I would like to see those gardens, and I'm sure Oscar would.
Yeah. You know, they might be hiding. They're pretty good at hiding. Or we
Maybe
are
they're
pretty good at
invisible.
hiding. Yeah.
It might be invisible, and I mean, we did leave a message for them that we would come back down there anyways, right?
Yeah. And
So
Barry could probably go first because he's the one who took everything, right? Barrett and Elric. I think the rest of us left all
I
their
didn't
treasures
take
intact.
anything.
Okay, so then it was just buried.
Okay. And I'll cast animate undead just once to get one skeleton, one lousy skeleton. We got only one pile of bones left in the bag now.
Alright, so you bring a skeleton back.
And then
Well, do you
go ahead.
want to? I do have the other one. You never. I offered you 3 other skeletons, but you never took them.
Oh, I use some of them. Oh, you have more
Oh, you did.
skeletons? I only saw
Yeah,
in the
yeah, I
bag.
We still have the 3 explosive skeletons. We haven't used those yet.
No.
Well,
I'm out of spells. I'm out of spells, guys. So that's
Okay.
good.
Oh, okay. All right.
there's still a lot of skeletons back in the halls of Tarsus, but not as
That's a
many.
hike away.
Yeah.
That's good.
Alright, so you're attempting to pass the evening?
Pass the evening in a hut.
While we do, I want to ask Bernie real quick. Bernie, and I do this in Abyssal. Bernie, have you heard of a Baylor named Brugalil?
The Belas are the 1%, and we... No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
He
okay.
says, I don't know... I don't know too much... I don't know too many Baylors. I mean, generally, if Baylors see something like me, they would just kill it. They don't generally treat smaller demons with much care unless they're working for them.
Well, I'm not saying if you know him. I'm merely asking if you've heard of him in the Abyss.
He says, no, there are lots of demons down there. Even Baylors,
Well.
there are quite a few.
All right.
I have never served under any demon by his name.
All right then. And I end that conversation.
He says, "Why do you ask?"
Just curious. You know, we happen to potentially have Bergalil here. I've been trying to free him, but they keep stopping me. And I nudge to Lokun and laugh as I'm talking to the invisible air.
He says, "Well, I don't know. Bailers are kind of scary. I mean, I'm all for chaos, but I don't like being destroyed in the chaos."
Wow,
Still,
even you are trying to advise against it.
says, "Well, just a little worried for my own safety, though. I don't think a Baylor is going to care as much about me when it has a whole realm of people to murder. Still, if there's some way I can help, I'll be happy to help free him."
Yes, I may send you back here when we do leave, with a potion of giant strength and a pickaxe to break the door down. We'll see. Not 100% determined.
I could try.
Yeah. All right, and then I lay down on my bedroll.
All right.
Do we want to do anything with the gem while I still have one spell slot left? The glowing gem down here.
Gem.
Oh,
the black gem.
Yeah.
I can dispel magic.
Do you want to try real quick?
I forget. What is the black gem? God.
I thought it was like the one that you had, Lokun. It was like a soul crystal battery.
Yeah. It's like a lesser version of that. That not lesser entirely, but the way to make it is very dark. You know, they have to sacrifice hundreds of people
Demons.
potentially to. No.
A Baylor.
Well, I guess. You know, the only thing we figured out really is that they had to sacrifice a lot of humanoids to make it.
So maybe we just leave it.
Could be useful, especially if we could use it to power the hollow in Tarsus. I mean, that is an option.
Who's holding on to the black gem? I don't know what to do with it.
Well, I mean, we don't have
I think we left it. We left it in the room with the Baylor.
Yeah,
right?
It's protected by like a force field or something.
I think it's down here, right?
Oh, yeah.
Did you not leave the Halls of Tarsus hollow point powered?
I mean, I went back and I looked, and you never asked us for a power source, so
yeah, I thought
it was powered.
I think that one was powered.
Okay, but the arcane battery thing that I have it because my intent was to use it on a train, but we kind of skipped that part. Yeah,
I can dispel the magic and perhaps.
No,
I think vessel with me.
I think you did use the arcane gem to power it, but you may have taken it out afterwards in the halls of Tarsus.
Well, I mean, that's what we were going with.
I think I did.
And I went back and looked, and it was already powered when we went in there. You can retcon that, sure, no problem. Like that's what we decided to go with.
It does need a power source, so it.
So that's what we decided to go with. Lokun has the power source, so it's unpowered.
Yeah, so if you have the power source, then it probably is not currently powered.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there is that mysterious ritual that involves some kind of crystal that the Baylor could be put through.
Indeed. Mara, do what you wish. I'm not sure. Not too clear on what all this means, but if you think you can get it, then indeed do get it.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, there's the bunch of bones in a force field in the halls of Tarsus, the dwarf skeleton.
I mean, I'm thinking it's the same kind of force field. We weren't able to get through it. I want to say, because Lyra had, dispel magic or whatever, and it's
Tried.
it didn't work.
Do you want to try to do something, Amara?
Yeah, I'll go back to where the gym's at. Lacoon, will you come with me?
Indeed.
Well, you can't leave the hut, though. You have the hut up already?
I can. It'll just disappear. I have to recast it. It's no big deal.
Okay.
Just 10 minutes. All right, so you go down there. The halls are still empty, luckily.
I should have brought my skeleton with me. That's all right.
Split the party.
It's right here,
Yep.
right? Correct?
Yes.
I will.
While they're doing that, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I will dispel magic on it.
All right, so as you cast the spell magic on it, nothing seems to happen, but the glowing ball of light will appear and say, please do not try to engage with the protected pedestal, as the power source for the Alcavian labs is needed to keep this place functioning. Structural instability will become dangerous if it is removed. Thank you. And it would disappear. So you're seeing that. Do you have Arcana, Amara?
Train, no.
So Lokun, I know you have it. You might think that this is actually a wall of force, which means you need to disintegrate to get through it.
Okay.
The sphere.
What that glowing sphere said, maybe it's good that we leave it in there, because maybe that's what's powering all those protective magics guarding the Urgalel.
Yeah, it sounds like the structural integrity of this place will be compromised without the magic.
Yeah. They should just leave it.
Oh, and yeah, you don't know if the demon prison will function if you take away the power source.
Yeah. So while they're doing that, I start getting, Oscar, do you mind packing a bowl?
Oh, absolutely. Way ahead of you.
Would you like some wine?
If you yeah. Let's start a party in this little hut that just disappeared
why not?
around us.
Oh, yes. Lokun will replace it. It's fine.
Alright, so Lokun's casting another hut.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
we'll
hotbox
just
in the hut.
hotbox this entire room.
I get out some cards. Anyone want to play me some cards? Perhaps.
I wouldn't want to make you cry for losing.
No, that's. And no, we have to play now.
Maybe Barrett in the background.
Oh yeah. No,
Right.
Barrett's too good at cards. I cannot play him.
You wouldn't still have the emboldening bond on you, by the way. That would be gone.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh yeah, long gone.
So the evening is passing. Let me check something. Okay. So the evening is passing. You don't really have much trouble here. This place seems pretty sealed up. You play some cards. You have your hut up. And Is that right? Okay. And you would actually level up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Level 8.
Whoa.
yes. That's huge.
That is great. I gotta get out my little sheet here.
Yeah.
Wasn't prepared.
Oh, I'm prepared for this. I've been longing to increase my intelligence. Hit my feet.
Yeah, your experiences
sweet.
within the Alcavian labs as well as with the Boulets have given you the insights you need to gain some more power.
Excellent.
And why don't we do a little break here to give people time to level up? I'm
Cool.
gonna go grab
It works perfectly.
some
Yeah.
more tea, and I'll be right back.
Indeed.
What do you use to be the level? There's a little icon at the top of the sheet there.
Does that level you up? I know there's a button in the cog tab to do it. Did they add that button to level up?
It
They
looks
did
like
on mine.
All right,
And
cool.
It's worked.
That's good. So if that button works, you can use that. I have all my books shared, so you should be fine for leveling.
Something about the
Okay.
red button up there. It says Character Mancer level up.
Yeah, that's new. It looks like they must have just added that. That wasn't on there before.
Which is good. People were probably had no idea how to level up with Character Mancer. You can also use the button on the tab.
And we take average hit points, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. I knew I was going to be at this dilemma whether I wanted to level my my warlock or my sorcerer first class. Oh, jeez. Let me see here. Okay.
We are level 8, correct?
Oh yeah, level 8.
8.
Cool.
I will
Looks
take
like I'm going sorcerer.
a lot of background noise. I will take Dimension Door and Fire Shield.
I hope you guys are ready for Conjure. Is minor elemental any good? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Cool.
Decent.
Conjure woodland beans.
It's also decent.
I think those are gonna be
Yeah. Okay. All right. Jeez.
I think I get to
I'm getting
trade
there.
out cantrip. That's good.
Well, I get another. Wait. No, I don't get another cantrip. What do I get?
Not
Another
yet.
level 1?
No, your spells are always
Oh,
cast
I
at the highest
see.
level.
Yeah.
So
I
you're
get
gonna
Summon
have
Greater
4.
Demon. Oh, I get Summon Greater Demon. Here we go.
He did Warlock. I'm guessing.
Yeah. I get my Devil Sight and Summon Greater Demon. Perfect. Although I think I might change something out. Let's see here. Scorching Ray. Get rid of that for something else. Darkness. Perfect. That looks good.
Giant insect?
Location 7 as you exchange.
You should, do what you wish, Oscar, but you probably should grab a mix instead of just all summons, but that's up to
Yeah, yeah,
you.
What do you?
don't need
yeah.
you can't get insects, insect minor elementals and
No, I
wooden
only get
beings.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wall of fire.
The watery sphere is pretty fun. It's pretty cool.
I have not read into that one.
Said my connection was interrupted, but I
And,
think it still went through.
And what else is really good? Do you get plant growth at this level? Or is it
I have plant growth at lower
Third.
level. Yeah.
Oh, you also get fire shield at this level too. That's always legit. I mean, doesn't require concentration, which is nice.
The fire shield
Yeah, I think druids get that. Do they?
at 4th level. Oh shoot, yeah, look at that. 10 minutes too. Yeah, water thoroughly. Okay. Cool.
All right, and looks like it worked there.
Watery sphere is nice because it gives you something to do with your action better. That's
Yeah.
better than cantrips.
Cantrips, yeah.
Take y'all's time as well. No need to rush.
I'm all set.
I guess
Yeah, it's all
give
timed
yourselves a green dot when you're done with level up and ready to go on your figures or tokens.
Do I
But
have
yeah.
to do anything in order to get my sheet updated? I don't think so.
I refresh.
Are you
Yeah.
on Roll20 or Beyond?
Oh, Beyond.
I think as long as you're connected, it should. Because I mean, do you use your Roll20 sheet for anything?
No.
So I mean, you might need to update some of the numbers on there for like AC and HP.
Yep. It actually automatically updated. So
Oh,
I
does
think
it?
I'm good.
All right.
Yep.
But yeah, if it's connected, I think it automatically does the updating. I believe this is the level for, at least for some of you, to get an ability score increase, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I did.
Those who
18
did not
intelligence.
multi-class.
Or yeah, if
Hey,
you're
say
intelligence.
what
multi-class.
you want, but I can summon greater demons now. I'm fine. I just need some blood. I'm gonna start killing hobgoblins. I'm serious.
Elric's going full evil.
Gotta do what we gotta do.
Yeah.
Just murdering villagers for their blood.
I guess maybe if one of us gets wounded, we could always do a donation. I'll give you a donation as long as you give me some cookies
Yeah,
and
well-
orange juice afterwards.
The donation
The
means you
Elric
have to
blood
die.
drive.
Donate your life. Yeah, you have to donate your
I have to be
entire
dead?
life. Yeah, you have
You have to-
it has to be of somebody who died
It's a
within
lot of
24
blood.
hours. It's so
Oh.
specific.
I will take that back then. I do not donate.
I can revivify you, but that's expensive.
Oh, you can do that now?
I've been able to use Revivify with. Or wait,
Oh, because I
it
know we got
depends
the
on if I have
diamond
the
for you.
diamonds. But I thought we
Yeah,
got the
we have the
diamond.
diamond.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got the diamond.
Pretty sure we got
So,
the diamond. Yeah, that was a
got the
big.
diamond.
Yeah.
Got the diamond. Yep.
Smooth talking on that diamond. That we made some. I mean, that was big money move right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Were you already, Oscar? Or are you still deciding?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I am good to go. I just finished putting on my last spell.
Alright, so it is now the 37th of autumn at 8 a.m. Oh, and make sure you do your food for the evening. Whether that be good berries or rations. Spend some food to stave off the effects of hunger.
Do you have any good berries, Oscar?
Uh,
I'm on a
I,
diet.
I can cast
Before,
Goodberry now.
yeah, before the long rest ends.
As long as you
Cool,
have
yeah.
it prepared and you
Yep.
have a spell
Cool.
slot.
I accidentally clicked the long rest, but it did have one spell slot left.
And yeah, you'd have to cast it before you went to bed. But if you
Cool.
had the spell slot, you can say you did that. Alright,
Thank you.
so yeah, everyone is feeling refreshed and ready for a new day. What do you want to do?
You guys mind if I go ahead tomorrow?
So we have one more door, yes?
Oh, indeed.
And, you know, of
let's-
course, the demon who's trapped in here still.
Where it belongs. You guys don't mind, before we press forward, I would like to bring back War Banner.
Sounds like a good idea.
I'll begin my ritual then.
Alright,
guys can
and
do
you don't
also.
have to keep your skeleton or war banner on the map if you don't want to.
Okay.
You can keep them in the background.
While he's doing that, I'm going to ritual cast Detect Magic, just in case we missed anything.
Alright, well, this room still has the same things you saw last time. I mean, there's a lot of magic coming from the room in general, and this whole place. Probably because of the energies that are preserving it from that crystal.
Yeah.
So you spend an hour re-summoning War Banner. It is now 9 a.m. And you have your
Right.
owl. Make sure you spend the ingredients you need to spend for that.
Indeed.
Alright, what do you want to do?
Shall we forge ahead?
That sounds like the best
Yeah.
plan.
I'm taking a minute. I'll be right back.
Cool. So that. Sorry, go ahead, Dokun.
Do you think I should go back into the hollow and unlock more things? Or
I think the next thing to unlock is the
Door.
door in the southeast corner of the lab over there.
maybe have access already?
Yeah, I don't think anyone tried to open it.
Cool.
So,
Then
just a quick question. Does this acid tank have any like aquascaping or anything like that in there? Or just the illusionary fish? Oops.
It looks like a kind of like a, yeah, I guess it would be aquascaping. It looks kind of like a like there's plants and algae, like it's kind of like an undersea look. You don't know how real they are because again, it's kind of full of acid, but
I'll stick a mage hand in there. Just like try to move
Grab
pieces
it.
around.
okay.
And I'm
Is
just
your
looking
mage
for
hand
anything.
immune to acid damage, or can it take damage?
I don't
I
think.
just pasted it. I don't think it take damage.
Okay. So yeah, you put the hand in there. What do you want to do with it?
just move the stuff around. I'm just looking for any secrets. Like, I'm just wondering why the hell is this thing here in the first place, and just messing around with it.
You try to push things, but they all seem illusory. You're guessing it's just another form of artwork.
Okay.
Or some kind of, something to entertain
Demons. Yeah.
whoever used to use this place.
Wait, are we supposed to go down to the druids, or are we going this way?
This way, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only been 1 day since we've seen the druids, so I told him a couple of days.
All right, I'm coming.
Alright. So yeah, the door is marked, I think it had something written there in Dwarvish, but not sure who spoke Dwarvish.
I do.
Does it say Oscar?
It says library.
It's a library.
I love libraries. Try to open it.
Alright, you are indeed able to push the door open. A voice says, you have permissions to enter, Cheater Locoon.
Thank you.
Inside, there are a bunch of bookshelves. And as you pop in, Demi's little glowing sphere would appear again. And she says, as a warning, the books in this area are being preserved by the magics of the labs. If they are removed from here, they will age rapidly and cease to be functional. Please inform the rune mages that the books need to be re-preserved for transportation before leaving the labs. And then it would wink out.
Got that tiny.
Lou, can you give me like full vision so I can see everything?
What do you mean full vision?
I got double sight now.
Yes. 120 feet.
Yeah.
There you go.
I tried to re-upload my token with the updated eyes, but it's giving me trouble.
Well, it has to be, the token has to be set to have the site, and I have to do that. So you see lots of books in this place, in the library, on all sorts of different subjects, mostly arcane and historical in nature. This could be used as a place for downtime projects. But there's a lot of information in here. Like, the ceiling goes up about 20 feet, and the bookshelves are just packed with old dwarven tomes.
Awesome.
Can I look for any demonology books?
Yeah, doing research takes downtime, though. So it would take you quite a while to look through this whole place. Libraries, yeah, they're just basically huge books with, like, random information, so it's a lot of reading and looking around.
Would I be able to look around for, like, a false door somewhere? Or a lever hidden book?
I mean, with your passive perception, you haven't seen anything, but I guess you could make an active check if you want.
Oh, I would like to do that. Am I allowed to guide myself on it? Or does it take too much time?
Well, I mean,
I don't think it matters.
okay. So yeah, you take a look around, but there's nothing obvious. Nothing seems out of place to you.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, this is a really great resource. I'm starting to like this area a little bit more. I'm sorry, Amara.
I mean, yes, I honestly think we should set up, a main base down here. It's very defendable. It has access to the hollow, which eventually, if we clear, we can have it, set up directly to the halls of Tarsus.
And
If Locoon wants to hack and possibly get control of all the stone golems. We can set them to defend the place. It's very defendable.
Indeed.
Yeah. I mean, you know that you already have the teleporter active. It's just that it's, holding a demon right now. So you can't use it
Yeah,
till
well,
you deal with that.
I meant the one over in Tarsus.
Yeah,
And we
well,
would we
Go
teleport
ahead.
into here. We would teleport into the demon, right? Right.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you can't use the teleporter here till you clear it. That's one of the reasons why when you were in the halls of Tarsus, you couldn't teleport here, because this place is powered, but it makes sense now that there is a demon blocking the teleporter.
Yeah.
If you teleport into another creature, I mean, all wonky sort of things could happen. All right. All right. When we have more time, let's chill in the library, but
Oh yeah.
probably want to do some other things maybe.
Yeah, there's the druid area, and there's the other ruined area that you haven't been to yet.
Yeah.
That Blackwater wanted you to look into.
Let's go
Well,
to the
what do you
ruined
guys
area
think?
then.
Cool.
'Cause, you said it was a couple more days or something that before we go back to the druids, right? So
Yeah. I told, or the note I left said we'd be back in a few days, so it gives us a wiggle room of a
okay,
few days.
perfect. Alric, I gotta close up this library. After you move out. Keep
There we are.
things
Yes.
You would guess,
tidy.
though, Elric, that there are probably books on demons and demonology in here. You would just need some time to look through them.
I'm gonna pat
Uh,
Elric down to make sure he hasn't taken any books out.
no, I heard what Demi said. You don't have to do that. I
You
heard what
say
Demi said.
that. You
That
say
that
that.
knowledge is nigh replaceable, Oscar. I'd hate to lose it.
Yeah. I'll close the door though. Just to make sure I know nobody else gets in there.
All right. So, Elric, are you staying in here, or are you getting out for them to close the door?
You got
Oh,
it.
I got out.
Oh, that's weird. It looks like you're still in there on my screen. Oh, there you go.
Refresh. Yeah.
Cool.
Alright.
So where are we
So,
heading
other
next?
place.
You seal the door shut.
Druids. Do we want to check it out on our way back, or?
Up to you
I don't
guys.
think we're passing the druid circle.
Well, I mean, we can go
It's
down
not that
like
far of
on
a
our way back.
deviation.
It's up to you. I don't care either way.
Those bears are gone.
Oh,
Yes.
there it goes. That was weird. My
They're now.
connection just got interrupted.
Ah.
I think it reconnected. Maybe. I'm gonna try to just refresh.
Oh, there's so many good spells. Why can't I have them all?
Oh, Oscar, are you using that wand of magic missiles or not really anymore?
Not really. Would you want it?
I was gonna give it to the skeleton if you're not gonna use it.
That's a great idea. Yeah, I will pass the wand of magic missile to you. Let me know when you got it in your thing, and I'll take it out of mine.
Are you gonna train him in wizardry, Lokun?
You don't need wizardry.
You don't need it. Yep.
Wands don't need you to know the spell to use it.
I know.
I-
It is but a jest.
The skeleton holds the wand and nods at you, Oscar. He's got it now.
Alright, so you're leaving this area, or was there anything else you wanted to do?
I think leaving.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're leaving the demon where he is for now.
Hold on one sec. Let me go check to see on that spell on the table over here. That they, I wanted to see how long that would take. And I go
it
back to
was
this room.
2 days.
I go walking back to this room to look on the table, and I turn to Bernie. Okay, all right, Bernie, it's time. And I give him the potion of hill giant strength and a pickaxe.
Okay.
And
Oh no! What are you doing? What are
and
you
tell him
doing?
to break down the door for the demon later on.
Nice. Bastard.
And then let's see. Yeah, I guess. All right, yeah, 2 days or so. Okay, good stuff. All right. Yeah, it looks like 2 days. That's rough. We'll have to come back eventually and get that taken care of.
So just a
All right.
question. Those runes are active, right? And Quasit is a demon. So he might not even be able to get over there.
Those runes, you mean the seal? No, it was only active for an hour when you cast it.
Ah, okay.
It doesn't stay
Gotcha.
active.
Right.
Unless you wanted to like continue spending demon essence to power the ritual.
I mean, I wouldn't know any better.
Yeah.
I think we're leaving this place.
Alright. So you all head out. Going back into the halls, which lead up the stairs and back to the cave area. You don't have to do anything in here, but you're going to head into the underground.
That's where everybody wants to go, right?
And yeah, the digging team
Think
is
so.
Yeah.
probably back
the-
at the entrance.
Okay. The
Should we
original
go
plan.
back and tell them to go? We don't need you.
I mean, by
I
this
thought-
point, they've probably gone back upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
probably.
They're probably not
Cool.
going to just sit down there.
Cool.
Alright, so you head into the underground and and you're going to head towards where their gardens used to be.
Is that where we're going, guys? So we have two
I mean, I
options:
thought-
the druid area or the ruins, right?
The ruins are
Yeah.
back upstairs in the hobgoblin caves.
Okay.
I mean, the ruins sound great. From what you said, the druids are potentially gone, but I know Oscar wanted to check it out, and I wouldn't want to ruin his fun.
Mhm. Mar, how you feeling?
Maybe they left something behind.
Okay. And Oscar?
Or the hiding.
I can go either way. Like I said, we have a few days to get back down there. If we're here, we could
It's
just
like
we're
hiding
here.
boat.
We're here. Let's go check out the druids. If it's empty, then it'll be quick. And if
do
it's
it.
not, then yeah.
All right, we'll head down to the gardens.
Alright, so you go down into the caves below this place. This is probably going to require survival to navigate some of these caves.
Who's best at that?
As well as keeping
Gnarl.
an eye out for... Well, Gnarl kind of... I think Gnarl stayed in Chaur,
Yeah,
didn't
I
he?
don't think he's with us anymore.
Does
So,
anyone have
He's doing
survival?
administration work.
I am not
So-
trained
Does Tiny
in
have it?
survival.
I don't think Tiny has it.
Doubtful.
Alright. So you're a little bit limited with what you can do without survival as far as looking for tracks or signs of where they may have gone. However, I guess perception could help you out in finding things, so I guess I'll take some perception rolls.
Like if you're trained in it, or
Just
or
in
any?
general. You don't have perception training isn't as like you don't get I don't think special things from perception
Nice.
training. It's just all around like it's a more all around skill, even if you don't have it trained.
Yeah, it's just the knowledge stuff that's like,
Yeah, like survival is more like knowledge and techniques for surviving and tracking and such.
looks like Oscar did well.
I don't think Tiny has survival either, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, I did horrible. Why am I getting guidance? What's going on here?
So yeah, you find some signs that they had a camp down here. They probably moved it though, because there's some like leftover ripped tents left behind and garbage and signs of campfires here or there. Not garbage in the sense of like, like refuse, but just like leftover things from what might be the
Yeah.
campsite. There's evidence that they may have gone deeper into these caves, back kind of towards the deep, which I think only. Does anyone have nature knowledge?
Yes, I do.
So you know that if you go underground far enough, you enter into a large area deep within the world of Gaian, where lots of dangerous humanoids and creatures live, called the Deep.
There we go into the deep.
I mean, why not?
That's getting pretty far off the beaten path from.
Oh yeah,
That would be why.
off the rails.
That would be why.
It's like
It's perfect for
it
us.
could be
then.
like
No, I'm just
weeks
kidding.
of weeks of journeying into the underground.
Maybe we just come back. I'll leave another note, and let's go check out the other area.
You don't find your notes. You believe someone found it.
I bet.
Okay. What about the garden?
Oh yeah, let's check out that garden. I want to see this garden.
So
Thank you, Loku.
there's nothing growing there now. You're guessing that the druids probably took their special herbs with them.
No, not the special herbs and spices.
Yeah.
Call him Colonel Sanders.
So-
Right.
Yeah, there's not too much down here anymore. Perhaps the druids were not happy with you killing all their boulets, but it's hard to say.
Hmm. Well, I guess we get back to the ruins then.
So that took you
Yeah.
a couple of hours. We'll say like 5 hours of
Oh,
exploring the deep caves, and it's probably around
Oh.
2 o'clock now.
thank you. I'm sorry, friends, for distracting us.
Oh no, it's
No, no
fine.
problem.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Y'all-
your chance to interact with them may have passed.
The window
But
closed.
they may not have been the friendliest because of well, you don't know for sure, but you're guessing they probably don't like the hobgoblins and may associate you with them. The Iron Tide.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, my
really?
note. My note
Yeah.
explained clearly how we weren't tied with the hobgoblins and how we wanted to fight.
I mean, still.
We did kill all their bullets. Cool. So back to
Yeah.
the ruins.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you head back up, maybe a little disappointed. Returning up top, you do indeed find the digging team, but they are not actually there. So I guess you wouldn't find them. You would find the guards who moved the boulder aside to let you out. They tell you that the digging team has gone back to work on one of the ruin areas because they weren't sure when you'd be back, if at all. If you
Rude.
require their services again, you should speak with Orcard.
All right. Well, very well. I'm going to continue exploring this area. I say
Which
to them.
area?
Well, aren't we? We're heading to the ruins, right?
Oh yeah, well
Is it
that's
I
not
don't know where
here.
it's at. Yeah.
The
Okay.
other ruins are here,
Okay,
down south
let's head
of
over
you.
there.
For
That's
some
what
reason, the
Orcard
map
wanted
is
us to
not-
do in the first place, right?
It's not loading for me.
So if you travel south to that area, there are several soldiers here keeping watch. As you approach, they greet you and say, you should be cautious if going down there. One of our miners fell in, one of the slaves, and We don't know what happened to him. We heard screams, and then he did not answer. But we have not sent anyone down yet, as we don't know what to expect.
Okun gives Elric a subtle nudge. There's your blood.
Hey, yeah, there we go. And I rub my hands together. And at this time, y'all may notice Elric's eyes look like demon eyes. So that's a new thing.
We will.
So do with that what you will.
Yeah, we will go and look after for your fallen friend. Thank you for the heads up. We will be on guard.
Yes.
He
Yes,
says
we will look after him.
we threw a rope down hoping he could climb back up, but something got him because he never came back to the rope. So we pulled it up for the time being. And we've stationed guards just to make sure whatever's down there did not come up.
Indeed.
That's a shame. It's a shame, isn't it? I look at Lokun. All right. Well, let's get down there. Take a look.
Mara, Oscar, you good to go?
Yes.
Ready to go.
Alright, so the guards throw the rope down. It is about a 50-foot drop from here down to the chamber below, which is about the length of the rope.
I'm just gonna
I will
jump.
fly.
Yeah, you're going to fly down there?
I'm going to let somebody go ahead of me, but I'm going to fly.
Once someone's down there, you're going to fly. Got it.
Oscar's gonna swan dive
You're
down
just,
there.
just going to... Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Can-
do
can
have
I, like,
the
Can I grab onto
ring of
Oscar while
free
he's going
fall.
down?
Are you actually going to free fall down there?
I got the ring of
Feather fall?
feather falling,
All right.
so I'm gonna swan dive using that.
So you're just jumping
But
in
what I'm
right
asking
now?
is, can I hang on to Oscar while he goes down?
I think as long as you don't encumber him.
Yeah,
So-
I wouldn't. I don't have that much weight in total.
Oscar, what's your strength? Or did you jump in already?
My strength is an 8.
Okay, so
I think that's
So
gonna work.
maybe, yeah.
you can carry up to 80 pounds unencumbered.
All right,
Oh,
I'm
well then, never mind.
Yeah, sorry, bud.
Oscar is not the
Start
Looks
climbing
strongest.
like
down
you're
the
using the rope.
Yeah,
I'll use the
using.
rope.
I'm
Uh,
coming down. Yeah.
With the rope, the climb check to get down is DC 5. It's an easy climb.
Oh, so I'm gonna fail it.
And
Okay.
he rolls a 1 and falls 50 feet.
Ah!
What check do you need?
Alright, so Lokun, you climb down first.
Yep.
Alright, so Lokun is starting down the rope. The hobgoblin says, one at a time. It's dangerous to put too much weight on the rope.
That's not what your mother said last night.
Oh,
He just
oh.
looks at you and says, shut the fuck up. And then puts his hand on his sword. Quiet, archaeologist. Alright, so Lokun is climbing down first.
Yep.
So you get down there. Climbing down into a very old-looking chamber. You see in the darkness 2 doors, one to the east, one to the south. Lots of dust everywhere, and a desiccated corpse laying on the ground over here.
Okun just calls back up. It's totally safe down here, guys. No sign of death here at all.
Cool. Then I'm swan diving.
Okay, so
I'm
you're
climbing.
the next one as you jump down and kind of float, landing at the bottom. Who is climbing down next?
Elric.
Okay. Give me one moment.
All right.
Check something.
So would this be a chamber of secrets? Hmm?
No,
No,
no, it's not.
No. Okay.
not
No.
at all.
All right.
I see
Uh,
no secrets here.
So as
Uh,
Elric is climbing down, something seems to something looks strange to you. In the darkness, What are your passive perceptions?
13.
Painful
12.
question. 11.
Well, you're not down there yet, Elric.
Oh.
But
Lokun, would you like a light?
I don't have a light. Oh yeah, give me a light.
Cool.
mean-
You got like a necklace or dagger or
Yep.
something? So
Same old. Just put it on my pouch.
cool. I'll put cast light on Lokun's.
suddenly something comes out of the darkness. Give me initiative checks.
Oh,
Do I need one since I'm on the rope, or?
Yes, actually, and last one is Amara, who said she's flying down.
Yeah.
But yeah, here, let me put you two on the board so you can roll. Though you are not actually down
nice,
there yet.
Lokun.
Okay.
And the skeleton will try to run down there last.
Climb down there.
Yeah. I'll probably just die, but we'll see.
Just fall.
I wasn't ready.
Did you say you weren't ready?
Because I rolled a 6. I wasn't ready.
Oh, you're like, wait, what's going on? Alright, well, I gotta turn back on Combat Master. Or wait, apparently it was on already?
It's always on.
Weird.
Just FYI, if the ceiling's high enough, War Banner would be flying up near the ceiling. Kind of close to where
The ceiling in here is at
Amar-
about 10 feet. It's not super high.
Okay.
Alright, so the first act is Lokun. Unfortunately, Lokun is surprised, unless he's immune to surprise.
I need to get that item, whatever that is, sometime later. I am
Defeat.
surprised.
The shadow is going to lunge at Oscar.
Oh no.
So you did not see it in the darkness, so you would be... it would get advantage on you. So it makes a strength drain attack.
Oh no. Oh.
Luckily, it rolls poorly. Why is it auto-rolling damage? That is not correct. And it's whispering. Jesus.
I was gonna say, we did not see that.
That's how sneaky it is.
Apparently, I assume that's what was going on.
Tell how surprised you were.
Yeah.
Alright, so it completely misses you, luckily, rolling very poorly. And then it will make a hide check. Using stealth.
My light not
the light has not been cast yet. This is while you were about to cast it.
Okay.
So it did not do very well either. So you can probably all still see it. That is it for that one. To the... Let's see. Something is moving to the south. Actually, you might not even see it. Let me check. Do either of you, Oscar or Lokun, see a 13 stealth?
That is my perception.
Ooh,
Okay, but it is dark, so you'd be at disadvantage.
Ah.
So, unfortunately,
That
another
doesn't help.
creature comes out of the dark. Doing a strength drain attack. Ooh, that is a crit.
Yikes.
That's gonna hit.
So 9 necrotic. And you would lose 4 points of strength.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
So you're at 4. That's dangerous. This creature up here is going for Lokun. Unfortunately, it would also have advantage.
Okay.
21.
21. I will use shield.
Alright, so you throw up a shield, knocking back the attack and avoiding any damage. So you can see the 3 of them.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just gonna roll your stealth quicker. Ooh, he did not roll well. So you see this one as it is trying to move towards you, but it fails because it rolled really bad. So it comes over this way at Oscar. He's going
Why are
to
they
attack
coming
you.
after me?
Ooh, 21.
That hits. That hits.
Alright. So you are struck and suffer 3 points of strength drain. Oof. Oscar might be in some trouble here.
He's encumbered and all that stuff,
Yeah,
right?
he can carry 10 pounds, so he is heavily encumbered right now.
Okay.
Oscar, what are you going to do? You're feeling very weak, and the darkness is attacking you.
Huh.
Oh, did the surprise round go over or not go over? Or yeah, I'm confused here.
Oh, wait. That's right. Oscar, you were surprised, so you can't do anything.
Yeah. This ain't gonna be good.
So another one is going to come up at Lokun, who you would not see until it is too late.
Jeez.
So it lunges at you. Luckily, you do have a lot of AC right now.
Yep.
21 would strike you? Or no, it wouldn't, because you have shield, right?
Yep. 24 AC now.
Okay, so you keep it back. That is it for that one. Elric is surprised. Amara is surprised.
My vision, it's not showing the room lit up and everything.
Oh, you're not down there yet.
Oh,
You're
I'm
on-
Would
not.
I
You're
have
on.
been
You're
able
like.
to?
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna ask. Would I have been able to cast light on Lokun's pouch
The surprise round still.
with the
Yeah.
surprise round?
So you were getting
So,
ready
cool.
to cast light when they
But then I
suddenly
got jumped.
jumped you. Yeah. So you haven't
Yeah, I
cast it
get it.
yet.
Cool.
So yeah, you're about halfway down the rope when this happens. So War Banner can't do anything yet. New round, Lokun. So you are no longer surprised. Well, you weren't surprised after the end of the last round. That's why you were able.
Okay.
Well, you were surprised until your turn. That's why you could use reactions. So yeah,
Okay.
what do you want to do?
Well,
Darkness seems to be attacking you and Oscar. And Oscar's not looking
Yeah.
good.
I'm going to see Oscar here, and I think we need to get out of here, unfortunately. I'll see like Oscar is like very visibly drained right now, and he's pretty much on the cusp of like straight up death. Is that correct? What I know about-
He seems very weak. Like his backpack is like weighing him down, and
Okay.
I think he has armor. So unfortunately, there's not much he can do right now.
Mhm. And just a question, like if I was to polymorph him, all of a sudden he would have his strength back or something?
He would
Is
have
that
the
something
ape
too?
strength.
Okay. Well,
I
there's
think
two
it
ways
sounded
can go
like
about-
Big Monkey. That's what it sounds like.
or I can just take him out of here.
Oh, can you do that?
So, yeah. The fight is very easy for me to drop, but can he respond to me at all? I'll ask him. You want to stay or go? 'Cause he didn't even really use his reaction or anything like that.
So he can talk once during the round, so he can respond right away. He just can't talk after that.
Okay. Do you want to stay or you want to go, Oscar? I think I should pull you out of here.
Fight. I'm ready to fight.
Okay, you crazy bastard.
But
Right.
But if you think it's better to go, you're the smart one here.
And we don't even have the light. And you're going to be able to cast that when you're an ape. So I'm just pulling him. I think I'm just going to pull him out of here. Seems terrible. But I'm just going to make an executive call here. Just take him out.
Alright, so you start chanting, casting Dimension Door. And where are you Dimension Dooring to?
Back up.
Just out of here? So back
Yeah.
up top?
Yeah, we need to come down here with light and all that stuff. It's so stupid.
So you cast
Actually-
Dimension Door,
No.
Oh,
but
man.
it doesn't seem to work. When you try to teleport back out of here, nothing happens.
Oh, that's rough.
You don't
Okay.
lose the spell because you weren't able to expend the magic. But yeah,
Okay.
it seems like something is blocking you. Some kind
We're
of,
stuck down
you guess
here.
some kind of dimensional anchor is on this area.
Shit. And then I will
That
bonus
would-
action.
Yeah, that would spend the action though, trying to cast it.
Yeah, I'll bonus action. Tell my skeleton to follow after, one by one after Elric to come down here, and I'll no action tell my banner to I don't know, fly away from these shadows.
Yeah, he's
I
kind of
guess,
flying
my
up
turn.
above them now. Alright,
Okay.
so that is it for you.
That's pretty rough. Okay, good to know.
The shadow south of Oscar would go next. I thought you were going to turn him into a monkey, but yeah.
I should have. I didn't realize this place was no teleport.
Yeah.
Alright, Oscar, it's going for you. Do you have anything you could do about that?
I don't think as a reaction.
Okay, luckily 14 would miss you, I believe.
Yes. Yes, it would.
Okay, this shadow is going for you as well. Oh, and after it goes for you, it's going to try to disappear.
Fail miserably.
No, it vanishes. You're not sure where it went. Vanishing into the darkness. So this one goes. It is going to attack Oscar. Oh, 21.
That hits.
Got anything?
I really don't think I do. I have Shield of Faith, but that's a bonus action. That's not a reaction.
Alright. So you are struck for 7 necrotic. And
Damn.
yeah, you would take 2 points of strength damage, which I believe would kill you.
I think so.
Alright, so Oscar.
Is dead?
Oh,
Whoa.
Yeah, Oscar would fall over and is a desiccated corpse.
wow, wait, there's no way to, like, just heal him back up or something? after
It
this?
says
No.
if he's reduced to 0, he dies. So he
Oh
just
my
dies. That's it for that one.
Oh.
This guy is going for Lokun,
Okay.
but will miss you. Oh, and this one that just attacked Oscar and killed him rolls a 1 on stealth, so cannot stealth. This one misses Lokun and does indeed successfully vanish. This one here is going to go for you as well, Lokun. Attacks you 19.
And I will use shield on that as well.
Alright, so you knock him back, not wanting what happened to Oscar to happen to you. You're like, oh god, they're draining. So he is knocked back, vanishing. Oscar can't do anything. The room is still dark. Elric, what are you gonna do?
Everything's light for me, right? I can see everything perfect as plain as day.
You can. However, these shadows seem to be able to just disappear. Probably because of the darkness in here. Oh, well, are you climbing down? Because you can't actually see any of them yet. You're still in the hole.
Okay.
In the...
Well, how much do I have to climb down?
So you gotta climb another 25 feet. You can climb at half your speed.
Okay. And that will put me next to Oscar when I get down there, right?
Yes, so you can move 15, I believe, if you want to make a climb check.
What's the climb check? Which do you need?
Athletics, sorry.
Athletics?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to keep climbing down, so guess I use athletics to climb. Okay.
Yeah, DC is 5. Okay, so you make it climbing at half speed, so you get 15 feet down. You're now 10 feet from the ground, which would put you about at the roof, so you can see in the room now. I think that... how would that work? With Devil's Sight, you can see clearly, but they can hide in darkness. So I guess you could see them, even if they're hiding.
I can see through darkness. Yeah, I can see through magical darkness as well.
Yeah, I guess they wouldn't count as having any cover if you could see clearly. So... let's see... so you can see them. I'm not going to reveal them because then everyone can see them, but there's one next to Lokun here, there's one south of that one, and there's one next to where Oscar's corpse is. You're still about 10 feet from the ground, but you're kind of holding the rope as you're climbing down, and you see all this. You also see one may have just entered the room here. Another one is over here. So you probably see, let's see, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 shadows now. There's a bunch of them down here.
Son of a bitch.
Which shows a way I could set things that only like certain people could see. That'd be helpful.
Okay, so I can I keep climbing down? I just want to get to the ground. Like that's what.
Yeah, if you want to take a dash action, you can climb the final 10 feet.
Well, you said it was only. You said it was how much? How many feet was it?
You were 25 feet from the ground. And you just climb down 15 because you climb at half your speed. And your speed's 30, right?
Let go of the rope.
I mean, you could fall 10 feet, but then you'll...
That's not going to hurt much. Yeah. 10 feet, that's nothing. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so you fall 10 feet.
It's not an action, is it?
No, you can just let go. Give me an acrobatics check to see if you can land correctly. Oof, nope. So you slam into the ground, taking...
Well, before we do that, because I don't want to be knocked prone, I'm just going to help myself out here. Dark One's on luck.
Okay.
D10.
And you don't have that +3 because you don't have guidance, so...
No, I don't know what that's doing. I have no idea why it's doing that.
So 8 would not be enough, and you would indeed hit the ground, taking 8 points of bludgeoning, and fall prone. So you're down there, but you are prone at this moment.
I can't do anything. I can't.
I mean, you could do whatever you want, but attacks.
Still have action.
Yeah, you still have your action.
I can't stand up, right?
No, not without using your action to dash. But you can cast spells while prone or attack from prone. It's just a disadvantage.
Cast a spell with a disadvantage. What if it doesn't require any kind of rolling?
Then you can just cast it if it doesn't have an attack roll.
Attack roll. Okay. So Oscar's right next to me. I reach out and say, "Damn it!" And then I use his blood to start making a circle, and I summon
I mean, he
It's
did
fucked, I
technically
know.
just die, so.
It's fucked. It's so fucked.
This is what Elric would do.
This is not what I wanted. This is not how it was supposed to go down. So I start making a circle and
Here, I'm gonna
conjure up.
reveal
Oh,
the
what's
ones
up?
you can see. Just so you kind of know
Oh,
where
okay,
they
perfect.
all are.
Yeah, it's a tough one because like if I don't get that many, I'm thinking it's like I can do summon greater or I can summon lesser. The greater's gonna, is gonna be a tank. But the lesser might help us get out of here if we can.
You do you.
Yeah. Okay. I am gonna go with summon greater
Okay.
demon, and I'm gonna summon a Tanaruk.
Alright. So, summon greater demon. Summoning one of the big orc demons.
Yep.
Alright, do I have Tanaruks ready? I do. Where are you summoning it?
I want to summon it right here.
Alright, so there is an explosion of fire as a large orc demon comes into view roaring. So go ahead and concentrate on that.
All right.
Mark yourself with concentration.
Yeah, that's the one. I forget. Head holding. There we go.
And he has to roll initiative.
Yeah, and give him command to attack all these shadows. Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay.
Mighty Tanaruk, attack these shadows. Do my bidding. Yeah, I say that. There we go.
So it growls. You speak Abyssal, right?
I do, and I say that in Abyssal as well.
Yeah, it growls and says in Abyssal, puny undead, I shall rip you asunder. And that is it for Elric?
That's all I can do at the moment.
Okay. So you would see another demon seemingly come, or not demon, shadow, come through the door over here. Slipping through the cracks. But that's all it can do. The Tanaruk goes, it's going to turn around and it's going to roar, swinging at this one. It pulls out, I think it has a big sword. Let me double check.
Yeah, a big sword.
So it pulls out a great sword. Let me check something. Okay.
You have it stat block?
I do. Alright, so it pulls out its large weapon, and it is going to... What does this do?
In response to being hit.
So it's just going to multi-attack, swinging its great sword. 22 would strike. Does it have a magical weapon?
I mean,
It's a demon.
I would assume it's sword because there's magic resistance out the wazoo and the abyss.
Right. That's a valuable question.
Usually it would say if it has magical attacks. Do you have anything that gives your summons magical attacks, by chance?
I mean, my personal summons, although I am, well, Let me see. I'm
Because
kind
I
of curious
know,
if that counts.
like, Oscar's summons had magical. It said, like, one of his abilities gave them magical attacks. It hits pretty
I
hard anyway, so it might not matter. But I'm probably
don't know
going
if
to
that
say.
helps. Yeah,
Let's
that's for
see.
familiar. Yeah, that's
Uh,
just for familiar.
okay. So he is going to hit, doing 7 slashing, which would wound the shadow. And then he's going to swing again.
So these shadows aren't even tough. They just suck.
No, shadows they're just dangerous to
Ah,
low strength people. 22 would strike again, doing another 4 slashing, putting the shadow near death. And
Well,
it roars angrily.
had I known they were so weak, I would have fireballed. Oh
Well,
no!
you know, it is what it is. At the end of his turn, he is going to make a charisma save.
Against me, he
So 11.
failed.
So he is remaining under your control. The shadow over here is going to fly towards the demon. And try its strength drain. It'll do a stealth roll first, which, yeah, it's still dark in here. The demon does not see it, so it attacks at advantage. 15?
I think natural armor is 15.
Of course.
I don't have the stat block in front of me, but I think it's 15.
No, I have it. 15 would hit him. He has an AC of less than 15. So he is drained for, let's see, 7 necrotic and 2 points of strength drain. So he gets 1 less damage. Amara, you hear
Okay.
a bunch of stuff going on down
What
there.
exactly do I see? Do I see anything going on down there?
So you saw Elric fall down and like fall on the ground, and you heard him chanting. And you probably can't see much because it's like a 5-foot hole, so you could probably just see that 5-foot square at the bottom where Elric is standing.
And I didn't see Oscar fall.
No, you did not see him get killed because he was not on that 5-foot square.
Okay, I guess I'll travel. It was 50 feet up. Is that right?
Yeah, you're 50 feet from the floor of the place down there.
Okay, I'll just move 30 feet.
Alright, so you begin flying down. You fly down 30 feet. And what about for your action?
Well, if I don't see anything,
You would see into the room at 10 feet because that's where the ceiling is.
okay.
Or wait, sorry, 20 feet. This is 20-foot ceiling.
So I can see then.
Well, you're okay. So you flew down 30. So yes, you can see into the room now. You're like at where the ceiling is.
Do I see any creatures that are not my friends?
Oh, do you not have sight on the room from where you are?
It's grayed out. I mean, I can see, but
Yeah.
it's
So
not lit up.
it's not lit up. You would see. Yeah, you would see the shadows right now because they've all been attacking. So they're kind of appearing and disappearing as they strike at people.
And can I see as far as this corner right here?
Yes, I believe so. You can see up to 60 feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if I was able to see this far with the angle that I'm currently at.
Yeah, I'll say you can.
I guess if I see Oscar laying on the ground, I'll Eldritch Blast the closest one I see to him.
Alright. Pew pew. So you send some shots at it. Yeah, 18 would strike it. 11 would miss, though. So you blast it for 10.
and then 3 bludgeoning.
So 13, it is near death.
And I'll push it 15 feet.
All right. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna move up. No, that's it. I removed all my movement. That's good. I'm good.
All right. War Banner.
Before Warbanner goes, can the skeleton go? I kind of rolled this initiative a bit late. Yeah.
Yes. Where is he on the initiative?
He's 6.14.
Yeah. So I guess he would start climbing down. Give me a athletics check for him. DC 5.
Okay. Can't use acrobatics.
Not for climbing, unless he's jumping down. Oh no!
Oh,
Oh no! All right. So he has some problems. And I'll say since he's not mid-climb, I'll just say he can't climb with that first check because he's still at the top.
okay.
You can give me a
Okay.
second check for his dash, because I'll assume he'll keep trying to climb. Yeah, so
There you
he
go.
climbs, getting about 15 feet down. So he's 15
right.
feet of the 50.
All right.
Now Warbanner.
Warbanner is going to distract the one that's near death and then fly back up the fly like up the hole. Back up.
Alright, so he is distracted. This one over here goes. He is going to move over this way to here. He can't get to Elric, so he's going to go for Locoon. But you would keep him at bay for now. Or wait, he's going to Shadow Stealth first. Not that it matters, because he rolled a 15. But yeah, so he'd have advantage, but he would miss.
Okay.
Next up is... Well, that's the end of the round. Why does it keep doing that? That's weird. Locoon, what do you want to do?
This is a bit terrible. Stay out of harm's way, and I think I'll just stand in front here. And I will use the mirror image from my ring.
Okay, so you
And-
cast Mirror Image, gaining 3 duplicates of yourself.
Indeed.
Anything else?
Bonus action, I'll tell the skeleton, get a little bit closer and then use that wand that you now have.
Alright, so he's going to keep trying to climb down so he can get down here.
Yeah, so I imagine that he can climb down just a little bit on a rope, and as soon as he has view of everybody, that he would use one charge of the wand.
Yeah, he'd have to get to basically where the ceiling is, so like at 20 feet. As long as Elric wasn't still up there. Or not
Okay.
Elric, Amara.
Amara's flying though, right?
Yeah,
I'm
but
fine.
he's at the or she. So I guess he could climb to 15 feet because she's at 20, and
Okay.
use the wand from there because he just couldn't
Sounds
share the
good.
space with her. Is
That
what I
sounds
mean.
good.
All right, so this one down here is gonna come up. Where is Elric right now? Oh, he's
On the floor.
You're on the floor there. Oh, why didn't I go for you?
Yep.
Oh well. So this one can't really get to you guys anymore, so he's gonna go for the demon. Using Shadow Stealth, the demon does not see him. And 16 would strike the demon, doing 11 necrotic and 3 more points of damage to strength. He says in Abyssal, "Turn on a light so I can see these things better." And that is it for that shadow. This one here will go for the demon as well. Ooh, 18, alright. So the
Damn.
demon takes another 11 necrotic. And suffers another 2 points of strength drain. So he's
Good thing he's a strength type monster.
well, he's starting to
Ugh.
not look as strong now. He's lost 5 points. That
Jeez.
is it for that one. This one is gonna go for one of he's gonna try to get Lokun. 23, so I might target an image though. You can roll for that.
Fine, I gotta read this thing again. I think it's I roll a d20.
Yes.
Yep.
19.
Those for the image. Yep.
All right, so he strikes an image, making one of them disappear.
Thankfully.
This one is going to go for a prone Elric. 17 versus AC.
I mean, that would miss me, but I don't know I don't know how prone goes to an effect. Does that give me disadvantage or what?
Just gives him
Disadvantage.
advantage. So if he didn't beat your
okay.
AC, so he would still miss you.
Okay.
Alright.
Right.
Another shadow here is gonna go for Lokun. But he would miss Elric.
I gotta roll a d20. You might have expended one of my mirror images, unfortunately.
With an 8?
Oh yeah, it would have missed the image too. Yep. Right.
Okay, good,
Yeah.
good. So I stand up, which is that, take that off, which is half my movement, right?
Yeah.
I say, I've had enough of this shit. And then I say, Lokun, Tanaruk, brace. And then I item interaction, pull out my rod, and then fireball.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. Charisma save for the demon. Uh-oh.
Well, that's at
Oh, was at
'cause
the
he-
end. Oh, he didn't go yet. You're right.
Yeah.
Sorry, he just
Yeah.
got attacked a bunch. Never mind. So just ignore that. So you're fireballing, I assume?
at 4th level.
Alright, just go ahead and mark the area you're hitting.
Yeah, let me find my little radius here. 20-foot radius. All right, where'd it go? One sec. Let's see here.
Like here?
There we go. That'll do it. As long as it
Right.
gets them all, yeah, that'll work.
Okay. So...
Suppose I'll cast Absorb Elements.
Alright. So... Wait, let me check something. But you're not including yourself in the fireball?
No.
So, like, here then, I guess, just to spare yourself.
That
alright.
works, yeah. It's
So-
hard for me to manage it in this little area.
So, 8d6 plus level 4. Yeah, so that would affect all of them. So, how much would that deal? Alright, well, let me do some
18.
saves. 18 on the save. So the first one... Let's see... Saving throw... Dex. 21 would make it. So he
Yeah.
would take 9 points of fire damage, as they seem to resist. Second one... It's gonna try to make it.
Lokun made it as well.
Yeah, I'll take 9.
That one would fail and be incinerated. Third one does not matter what he rolls. Fourth one, attempt to not die. He would fail and be incinerated. 18 damage. Next one. Uh, 15 would fail, I believe. DC 17.
16. Remember, because we went over that the +1 is towards the 16.
Oh, all right. So in either case, he would fail. Next one.
If you want to give me DC 17, sure, I'm not going to complain.
Nope, that guy would fail as well. This guy is too low to save himself. And finally, this guy over here. Nope, he is also killed. So there's a big explosion of... Oh wait, the demon. Demon... Laughs at puny fire. But he would fail, and
oh no, yeah, he failed. Right, my bad.
So he takes 16 or 18? 18 fire damage. 18. And that is it for the fireball. All right. So anything else, Elric?
Did this one make a save?
He did. He made it.
Okay.
And then he took half damage. I think he's one of the only ones who did make it.
I tell the Tanaruk and Abyssal, we almost have them. Finish off the last one.
Okay. So the Tanaruk is next. He is going to step towards this guy, swinging his greatsword. Unfortunately, he's at -5 strength, so he has a bit of a less of a strength score bonus. So he actually does +1, so that's 8 points, half to 4, with his first swing. And he roars, swinging a second time. Ooh. 16 would strike, doing 4 points of damage, which would bring him down.
Nice.
The demon growls as he attempts to break your hold over him. A charisma save. And he
failed.
He has
Wait, what?
advantage.
Does
Well, this is a magical. I mean, this is a
I
magical effect, isn't it?
Why? I don't know. I have advantage on on saves. So anything against me, that's going to be a wash.
No, it doesn't work like that. Yeah.
No.
No, that just means when you make con saves, you have advantage, and I think that's only with
brilliant effort,
concentration. Yeah, that's a good try. But the thing is, I don't know if this would be considered a spell, because
It's definitely.
I mean, it is a spell. It's not.
Well, the check on him.
Here, let me do some quick research.
Oh my god. The more you know.
Dun, dun, dun,
Debating.
dun.
I gave you a link.
Oh, did you find something?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Resistance. It does.
Yes.
Whoa.
That would be what I would be leaning towards, because this is like magically controlling it.
Same here. It's an effect. It's
unfortunately, the Tanaruk roars and says, "I'll teach you for trying to control the abyss," and that's it for him. So he turns on the party. Shadow's dead. Skeleton's climbing. So go ahead and do some climbing with him.
Okay.
Now is when you don't want to roll low. Okay, so yeah, he climbs another 15 feet, putting him kind of up where Amara is. And he is going to see the Tanaruk over here and use the Wand of Magic Missile. Pew, pew, pew. As it's coming at Lokun now. So 2, 4, 6 points of damage as it is blasted. That's it for that one. Amara.
I'll Elder Splash the Tanaruk.
Alright. Pew pew. Luckily, it's also strength drained.
Yeah.
17 and 14 would both hit, doing 29 damage. Ouch.
Nice.
And it is looking actually near death with those
32 with the Genie's Wrath.
Okay.
and I'll push it as far as I can.
So it flies backwards. Anything else, Amara?
That's it.
War banner?
Urbanio's gonna fly over 60. Well, not using his full 60 feet, but
Distract
his
the
feet.
Tanaruk as he is pushed back.
Yep.
Alright, so he is distracted. Shadow is dead. So it is now Lokun's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna run up to the Tanaruk 15 feet, and I'm gonna shock and grasp him.
Alright.
With advantage.
You attempt to grab the Tanaruk. Why do you have advantage? Oh, right, because of the War Banner.
The bird.
The bird, yeah.
The bird.
14 would hit.
Okay.
He is not resistant to lightning, so full damage. Zzz.
And I'll just use the power surge, this really crappy ability that I have, and add it's not 8 damage, it's another 4 damage.
Okay.
So 4 plus 9, 13 damage.
Alright, that would actually bring him down.
Okay.
And he vanishes, leaving behind
Oh.
essence. Alright, so the group is safe, but poor Oscar has gone
I'm just
down.
immediately over here by Oscar. No, Oscar, wake up. No,
He's
fuck.
pulling more blood from the body.
He's secretly
No.
draining some more blood into a vial.
No, hell no. Do that to Oscar.
You already did it once.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was different. The first time was different.
It was
I
way
get it. I get
different.
it. Survival.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can we resurrect him? Can we
I don't- I think he was the only one with Revivify. And actually, I
know.
should
Tiny have it?
probably...
Tiny,
Tiny. Good call, though. Tiny is technically... Technically, I think it would be too late because you have to do it right after, like the round after. And
man.
Oh,
let
really?
me hang on. Let me speak with Matt for a second in the other room.
Man, I did not.
All right, so Matt, do you want to? How do you want to do this? Like, are you interested in bringing Oscar back, or are you like thinking about doing a different character? I mean, we have a couple options.
Yeah. I think I'm good making a new character.
Okay, so
Yeah, that's not a problem.
yeah, it is just some lucky rolls, unfortunately, with the strength drain.
It happens. It happens. I should have known better than to jump down there.
Do you have a character ready to bring in?
Right now, no.
Okay.
No. I'm fine just observing the last hour of this session. And
So just
getting something
observing
set
and
up.
like working on something.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, we can maybe have your guy get brought back for burial or something.
Yeah.
All
Cool.
right. So we'll go with that. And yeah, we'll talk about who you're bringing in.
Sounds good.
All right. Cool. So yeah, unfortunately, Tiny probably from the background could not have gotten down here quick enough to do anything.
Okay.
So what does the group want to do?
And
Maybe if there's someone at the camp has resurrecting abilities.
yeah.
Elric's just crying because like he lost like him and Oscar grew pretty close.
We shared a few blunts.
Are you gonna steal his weed?
No, I'm not stealing a thing off of him.
Goku's gonna be like, we'll give a nod to Amara, and I mean he looks crestfallen, but if we still have time, we got to make use of it now, and let's get Oscar
what's left of him back to camp, and perhaps there's some hope of a healer back there. I do not know.
Yeah.
Can any of us carry him back up the rope?
It's also another logistical problem. If
Tie
I
him
can,
to the rope and let the hobgoblins haul him
that's
up.
a good point. Yeah, let's do that.
All right, so you're gonna ask them to pull him up.
Yeah.
Yes. Amara, do you mind flying up there and asking?
Sure.
So yeah, they agree to do that. You would tie his body to the rope, and they would hoist it up, getting him out of here. Luckily, no more shadows seem to show up.
Yeah. Lacoon, you all right?
I made a mistake, and I fear it led to his death. But this is not a time for mourning. I think let's see if we can get him any help.
Yeah.
And if the rope descends again, I'll try to go back up along with the skeleton and all of them.
All right, yeah, they would send the rope back down after you
You might hear in the
send him up.
background the whisper of Oscar's ghost saying, "You can move forward. Yeah, I would want you guys to move forward. You don't need to do anything for me."
We don't hear your ghost.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you could hear his ghost,
Yeah.
but
He's
We
like
don't speak with dead.
protecting
unless they have speak with dead, yeah,
Oscar
unfortunately.
fourth ghost. Yeah.
Ooh. So are you guys going back up, or what are you doing?
Yeah. Going back
Going back up.
Gotta
Right.
take him to camp.
So, I mean, if you spend some time speaking with, what's his name, Orcard, he would just look at you funny if you ask about bringing people back from the dead. He says, there is no way of bringing someone back from the dead as far as I knew. It sounds like cursed magic. The fallen are sent to their afterlife. You should be happy for your friend. He's probably found a better place.
Loco would shake his head and be like, there are ways to bring him back. What if he'll see if he can talk to the his mage?
Yeah, and
ally?
I was about to say, Orcard's wizard would say, they are correct. There are technically ways one can be brought back from the afterlife, though it is rare to encounter someone with the power or to find a ghost that wishes to come back. Most who fall enjoy their eternal reward and do not wish to be returned. I do not have the ability to bring anyone back from the dead. I'm a wizard, not a powerful cleric. He says, but I'm guessing if someone exists who could bring him back, it would be someone within your empire.
Indeed. That's what I feared. Okay. That's the answer, I suppose, right now, for now.
He says, do you still plan to explore those ruins? Or do you wish us to seal them back up?
Really? You're asking us about work right now when my friend's dead body is on the floor.
He says, I asked if you wish to. He says, we are not the ones who asked you to explore those. You came asking if we would allow it. I was just curious if we should seal them up, because it sounds like there's danger down below.
I wish to avenge him and destroy rid of those catacombs of all those shadows and whatever lurks.
He nods and says, all right, we shall leave them open for now then.
Okay.
So at this point, it's probably maybe about 3 p.m. in the afternoon. What do you want to do? Oh, and you went back up, so you would no longer be on the screen. You went up to speak with Orcard. They're kind of up in. Oops. Why is this not dragging?
I feel like Oscar would want to be buried above.
Well,
um,
should we? We can't bury him here, though.
You can't. Not here.
Does he have family, next of kin?
I'm sure he did, but I know not where they live. He was trying to start a garden or a field back in Chaur. Perhaps that would be fitting until he learned more about his origins.
Tiny says we could probably bury him in the graveyard near the Paler Shrine in Char. I think it would be a place where he could be honored by the people of Char. I mean, he did kind of help them all, and myself as well, with his sacrifices through helping the group.
Indeed.
I think that would be better than just burying him in the middle of nowhere, right? Near some ruin here. Unless we want to just keep him in the Alcavian labs. You all said we might use that as some kind of base. Maybe that would be a good place to put his body for now.
I don't want to think. Locoon, whatever you think is best. You've known him longest.
Does Tiny have anything like is there anything that they have to kind of keep people still resurrectable or something like that?
Gentle repose is
Yeah.
I think that's a cantrip. Let me check.
It's like a first or second level spell.
It doesn't last that long either. It's like a week or 2 weeks or something.
10 days.
Yeah.
I think.
There you go.
So second level necromancy. Tiny says, I could prepare something like that, but I would need a day, so it wouldn't be ready till tomorrow.
And how long can the corpse be gone in order to put that on?
So let's see. He says, well, it would protect him for 10 days, but I could cast it again to keep protecting him. But yeah, we don't know for sure, as that one said, if his spirit even wants to come back. Many who die don't, but it couldn't hurt to bring him to someone, or maybe ask him ourselves. He says there is a spell to speak with the dead to figure out what his wishes are.
That would be...
Yes. No. Yeah, no, I agree. That would be great.
He says that's another one, I think. Is speak with dead cleric or wizard? I think it's both, actually. Let me check.
It's both. It's like third level.
So it might be, he says, it would again be something I'd have to pray for, so I couldn't do it now, but it could be a plan to maybe figure out, what his final wishes are.
Okay.
And if we can, maybe find someone who could bring him back.
Okay. Well, friends, you've suffered a terrible loss this day. What do you wish to do next? Shall we pass the time and mourn, or go back below and avenge? It's up to you.
So one thing that might make you a little nervous is that the ability to prevent teleportation is a fairly powerful one, and it seems like that whole place, or at least the area you were in, may have all been under the effect of it, and would have to be a permanent effect. It's not something that someone would have just cast recently, unless someone in the Iron Tide is just messing with you all, but it seems very unlikely.
Oh, that's crazy stuff.
Conspiracy theory.
Desecrated down there.
some of my magics. It halted them. I'll let them know that it stopped my dimension door.
Yeah.
I don't
Tiny,
like the idea of not being able to get out of trouble if needed.
Yeah, true.
That's what happened.
Tiny,
You think-
can you perhaps start working on a coffin for him? Something suitable for a druid?
He says, "Yeah, I can. I mean, I can't now, but once I get back to my shop, I can start messing with my tools and make something. Yeah, I mean, we can maybe pay to have him buried in Chaur, Hero's
Yes.
grave.
We'll give him. We'll chip in for a nice big tombstone.
He
I
nods.
was
let's
thinking a tree would be more fitting for Oscar.
Oh yes, you're right. But yeah, let's see if we can talk to him and see what his final wishes are.
As well,
Indeed.
I'll get that ready for tomorrow.
All right.
So, shall we? Do you wish to have the hobgoblins, the Iron Tide, seal the place then, if we do not wish to go back down below?
Well,
For now.
I know that Lord Blackwater thought we could find some things here to help with the expedition. Tiny says.
Okay.
So I don't know. I mean, do you think he'll be mad if we just seal it and don't go back down there? Just tell him it's too dangerous?
Well, we'll leave it open for now, but if he wishes those things, then let him risk limb and life as well. Then, but for now, because it sounds like we do not wish to venture back below. Is that correct?
At least not for now.
Okay.
So Urdul will nod and say, "All right, I'll have them seal up the top then, just to make sure."
Okay.
I have. Oh,
yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No,
I
you-
was just
you
gonna
go ahead.
say, I would like to go work on potentially upgrading my weapon back at the arcade. Is it Arcavian, Lou?
Alcavian Labs.
Alcavian? Okay.
Yeah, so that would
Yeah.
be 2 days if you wanted to complete the enchantment.
Yes. Yeah, I'll go chill out over there for the next 2 days.
Okay. So are we just planning to pass 2 days?
I don't want to pass 2 days down here. Like,
Well, I mean, I know Tiny's gonna have to. He's gonna have to do his. He's gonna have to reset up his spells, and he's gonna have to change his spells again back from casting the Speak with Dead. So that's 2 days. That's what I was thinking. We can do whatever you want.
wait. Hey, why does he need 2 days to do that?
Because he has to prepare it, and then he has to re-prepare what he had already prepared. Otherwise, when he comes back, like out of game. Otherwise, if he comes back, it's gonna.
Yeah, I mean, you could just have him, adventure with the spells as they were for a day. He'd just be down some of his choices.
Okay.
But it's up to you how you want to do it. I mean, honestly, there's no real.
Can we take a maybe like 2-minute break? I'm writing up a little thing right now.
Like a break from the game, you
Bathroom
mean?
break.
Yeah, we
Like
could do a
bathroom
break,
or
sure.
something.
Why don't we do if that's okay with everyone, we could do a quick break and come back in a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm cool with a break, but what I was going to say is it only takes a day for Tiny to prepare his spells, and then we can talk to Oscar, and then Oscar can basically tell us what to do.
And then from there,
Yeah.
If he wants to stay dead, I guess we go bury. We go take the time to do so. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
If during that time you want to be in the lab, that's totally
no.
cool
I
too.
want to trust me. I want to go. Like if we're gonna go bury him, then yeah, I want to be there. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, I assume you need the 2 minutes to prepare for if they speak with dead. Is that what you needed, Oscar or Matt?
I was gonna have like a little note in case anybody searched my body
Oh,
that
fair enough.
explained what I would want if
Oh,
this situation happened.
That makes sense. Maybe he would have cleaned the body or something like that. I don't know.
All right, so what are you doing for the rest of this day? It is still early enough that you, well, what time was it? It was 3. So yeah, you would still have enough time to do a downtime. Put this day towards downtime if you want to do something or work on a project.
yeah. Can I go work on the sword then, and then come back? It's only an hour away, isn't it?
It's less than that.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
so,
only, I mean, you just have to walk across the cave, then down below to where the Alcavian labs are. Now you were trying to make a sword that is +2, right? Is that what you were doing?
I have Elric's sword, which is like his grandfather's beat around weapon that he brought with him since the beginning. So that short sword, I'm trying to upgrade it to a +2, and I also want to check up on how Bernie's doing breaking down that door.
Sure. So the sword you're using is your grandfather's sword?
It's an old short sword.
Okay. How long does that potion last?
I
Not
don't know.
very long.
Good question. He definitely would have made some gains in a short time, but now in the long term, he's definitely taking more time to do that.
It's 1 hour.
Okay. So if you go back there, and which one did you give him?
I gave him that right there, a potion of hill giant strength, and then I gave him a pickaxe to break down the door.
Okay. So with an hour undisturbed, he would have gotten the door down.
Oh, awesome!
Oh my god!
All right.
Because yeah, I mean, it is a pickaxe. It's meant to break something down.
All right. I go to Bernie. Oh, Bernie, good job. And I say in Abyssal, Burgerlil, it's just you and me now.
He says, "Indeed. So are you going to release me?"
I think it's time. But one more thing. You did agree to my terms, the 2 terms I gave. The last one, how am I going to be able? Well, it's more of a question, really. How am I going to be able to get in touch with you when we go to Issyk and need your your strength and your wisdom as a general of the Abyss to lead our army, or our forces rather?
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Persuasion. Yay!
Without the +2, I assume.
Yeah. Without, I don't. Can you help me with taking the guidance off again? It does it every time I level.
Yeah. So let's see. I think if you just click it, then
I clicked
unclick it.
Oh,
I think then it will. Try rolling now.
Anything?
Yeah, just some skill thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
Yeah, I think it just, for whatever reason, starts in a state of thinking it's click. So if you click it and unclick it, I think it takes it off.
All right.
So with a 21, he would say, "What is this Issyk that you wish me to help you with?"
Yes, it's what I spoke to you about last time I was here, saying I needed, or that we needed help taking the city. It's an undead, or rather, it's a city overrun by undead, and there is powerful artifacts that we think possibly a vault of arcane knowledge and treasures inside.
This
Could
could
provide
be,
power to you as well.
indeed, this could be of use to my master. Inogu flourishes in the ancient magics, and more power could give him an advantage in the wars of the abyss.
Indeed.
I must speak with him first, though. I shall rain down destruction upon this puny Gaian, and then I shall speak with Hinogu. Then I can return to you and fulfill my agreement. And as I said, I will avoid killing any of your friends, even though they deserve it for not assisting me.
Sadly, one of them has already passed.
Well, they were puny anyway.
I clenched my fist at that a little bit. Let's go ahead and try to get you free then. And I go to the hollow and confront Demi again.
All right, so you go inside. She would welcome you and say, how is it that I can help you, Master Elric?
Oh wait, she was mad at me last time. Is she cool now? Are we cool?
Oh, was she mad at you?
Yeah, she
All
was
right,
mad at
so
me.
yeah,
She
she's
banned
probably
him.
she's probably still mad at you then for messing with the magics. Oh, because you failed, right?
He failed,
did.
Yeah,
yeah.
Lokun.
Then I rolled a nat 20, and then
Yeah, because Lokun didn't actually fail when he tried. That's right. So I think she would just boot you.
well, no, because I went back in and I was able to. She's like, "You're not welcome here," and I said, "It does not matter." And I reached out towards the runes and I rolled that nat 20. So
All right, so I guess you could just try again then.
okay,
It would
It
be
was
an
Arcana?
Arcana check, yeah.
all right, well, 13. What is that? What does that do for me?
No, it's not always. So 13 would not be enough. And you would get zapped for
Damn it!
some psychic. 13 psychic damage. And once again, you would get booted.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. I come out. Oh, damn
Is
it!
everything
And I
all
look-
right, Master? The little quasit says.
Bernie. Oh, I wipe my nose from the blood. Ugh. And I just think, Bergalil, perhaps you can attack it from the inside, and I can attack it from the outside.
He says, do you not think I've been trying to do that?
Yes,
Says
but both
this
of us
is-
working together. I mean,
He
It
says
might
this is an outsider seal. There's no way I can pass this.
and then
if-
I go back up to it, and I just put my hand back on it. Bring it,
Alright.
Demi.
So you attempt to try again.
This is horrible. Oh, God.
Oof. All right. So you would take another 13
This
and get
this is
booted again.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. Oh. Can I take a short
So-
rest? Can I do something? I don't. If
Yeah,
I just
actually,
had
I
my-
was gonna say, let me get back to you in a moment.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what about the rest of you? So Elric said he was gonna go work on the weapon. What about Lokun and Amara? What are you two doing?
I'll
I
look
was
to
just-
Amara.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm asking you before. Yeah.
Where did Elric disappear to?
I'll look to him back to Amara. I'm wondering. He said he went back down to the labs to enchant the weapon.
Tiny says, yeah, the one that required 2 days. I think he said he was going down there to work on that.
Your arcane lock should hold, right?
Says, yeah, I mean, the door is pretty solid. I don't think he didn't strike me as the strongest guy, so I don't think he's getting through. Not without some kind of tools or something. You know, maybe we want to go check on him in a few hours to make sure he's not up to any good. I don't know. But
Oh, so
yeah.
I guess I would have been kind of cleaning up Oscar's body, but I have come across the note.
Did you have a note, Oscar?
I did. I posted in the role-playing channel.
Oh, okay. In the Discord.
Yeah.
So you would indeed find a note, which is in the Discord channel.
What is your note written on, Oscar?
I was carrying a notebook around with me, I believe. So you would have found it as a like random page that's kind of torn and hanging out.
So Okun would find this old weathered notebook, and suppose he wouldn't mind now, but perhaps this could give us more information, perhaps of his family or where we could return him. And then he'll flip through and spend some time going through the notebook and find this page. Seems like he has written something for us here. And
Which I will
I'll
post
read
in
it.
the in-game chat as well, just because.
What does it say?
I'll read it out loud just for the stream and whatnot. Okun looks to all you, and you see him. Not too often you see Lokun look this sad, and probably never seen him tear up before. And he reads out aloud. My friends, we have journeyed long and far. If you're reading this note, I am gone. I ask that you let me re-enter the circle of life. When one passes, the world reclaims them and uses their life and essence to create a new life. You all have become close to me. You all have become family. In the afterlife, I have returned with my family, my daughters, and my wife. A reason for journeying. I journeyed to meet death, so I could see my love and my daughters of bringing good to all. May you let me rest in peace. With my body, these return it to the gardens. Let it be nourishment to the crops of the people there. Let those crops thrive and the people prosper. I will see you all in the next life. And then suddenly you see just a small smile crack and smile crack, and Lokun reads, "See you later, alligator. Oscar Hungelverk. P.S. Please do not forget about my whiskey." Very good. Yeah. So tuck the notebook back into the pocket that he found it in, and give Oscar a pat on the chest.
Where are these gardens that he speaks of?
Gardens of Chaur, is that correct, Oscar? That's what I would assume. Oh, you're muted.
Matt, you there?
Yeah, the Gardens of Chaur.
Yeah.
Where I cast the
Plant
plant
growth.
growth.
Yes, he was working on a community garden of sorts back in the town of Chaur, just outside of our original headquarters.
Well, I guess that's where we should bring him to be buried then. Makes sense, Tiny says. Does anyone know where this is exactly?
The gardens? Yes, I do. I do.
All right. So I guess when we head back to Chaur, we can put him there for his final rest.
Indeed. Okay.
Can we just leave him up here with the hobgoblins for now?
I think they would tend to his body for now. Keep him safe. Yep.
So the hobgoblins nod. They say your archaeologist friend will be kept safe here in the caves until you're ready to leave with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thanks. Shall we go check on Elric then? If there's nothing else for us to do here.
Yeah. May as well.
All right.
Nothing to do here.
So, Elric, do you want to try to take a rest, or do you want to try to go back in?
I don't want to metagame anything, so I am going to take a rest.
Okay, where are you resting exactly?
I'm going to rest probably at the table. I don't want to have to sit on the ground if I could sit at the table.
In the labs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right outside the door that was busted down.
Oh, so near where you were doing your thing.
Yeah, where Burgalil is. Yeah, I just take a second. I said I'm going to take a quick rest. I'm going to get back at it. Burgalil.
He nods.
And then yeah.
All right, so go ahead and drag yourself to where you were resting.
Okay. All right, let me grab my token real quick.
What is your passive perception? Oh, and actually, while I'm thinking about it, let me give your token the 120 feet of dark vision, so I don't have to keep changing it.
I'm back at 34. This is where I started. I'm in Groundhog Day. 34 hit points.
Alright, try to drag your token out now and see if it has the
redrag it? Okay.
vision. Yeah.
Looks like I can see everything.
Okay.
Alright.
Wait, can you? It seems muted me.
It doesn't seem as bright, you're right.
Oh, I know why. I forgot to do one thing.
Okay.
So...
There we go.
Well... Hang on, let me, change it in the sheet itself. Alright, I'll go ahead and try to drag it out one more time.
Alright.
And that should be correct.
Yep.
Okay, so you're resting kind of at the table there. What is your passive perception?
My passive perception is 12.
Alright, so as you're taking your short rest, it's probably been about a half hour, you hear noise coming from the entrance. Up here. Sounds like someone's coming.
I just go, shit. And then I immediately take off as fast as I can down here to this room and start and pull out my sword and start the enchanting.
So as you get to about here, they would enter the area because your perception is not that great. So Lokun, you come in to this place. You see Elric in the room here. Give me a deception check, Elric.
Did I get to take my short rest?
No, you're only about half an hour into it.
Watch, I'm gonna roll a 1. You ready?
We were like running our way over here. I would feel like we took some time with Oscar. And
well, yeah,
Adam.
but he did a couple of attempts to hack the web, which took some time. So it's been about like maybe I don't know, like an hour or so since he left.
Yeah,
so
I want to make sure No, we're not. Yeah. Okay. Good. Sounds
So
good.
I think that beats. What's your passive insights, Amara and Lokun?
13.
Oh, all
11.
right. So Lokun, yeah, you see Elric kind of acting casual. Amara, you might feel a little suspicious, like what's going on here. But yeah, you see Elric in this room. I don't know, maybe like he saw you coming and like is, I don't know, leaning against the wall or something.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, hey guys, how's it going?
yeah. These books. I was trying to get a hold of one and keep this force field around it. It's just, it's infuriating.
Oh, the books in the library.
No, these books right here. I was trying to get the one that Tiny wanted out, but wasn't able to.
Oh, indeed.
Oh well.
I found a note in
Oh,
in Oscar's pockets telling us what to do if the worst came true. But he wished to be returned to the grounds of the gardens back in Chaur. So I think perhaps that might be our next move. I'm not sure.
We should set off definitely in the morning. We get a good night rest and head out at first light. Are
Yeah,
we
what is
burying him in the garden?
So are you just
That's-
casting that, Amara?
Yeah, if he was suspicious.
All right. So as you two are talking, you hear Amara. It is a verbal spell, right? Yeah. So
Yeah.
you would hear her chanting and gesturing, as if she's casting something. And if you cast that on Elric, you would probably get surface thoughts. I don't know what would the surface thoughts be? Like maybe a bit of nervousness, right?
Nervousness, sad just now from hearing, this what we're gonna have to do. Probably a little pain. He's probably feeling tired.
Yeah, and he would look actually. I think you'd look a little bit wounded, right?
I'm at 34 out of 68. So what is that? Is that
That's
wounded?
like exactly half. So yeah.
Okay.
So you like just hit wounded. Like
Oh,
there's
man.
some like blood coming out of your nose. You're
Yeah,
like wiping
yeah.
it. You're like, oh, oof. Is it?
Get in a fight with one of those books.
Is it dry in here? Man, my nosebleed. Ugh.
Yeah, I'll be like, I'll see like you bleeding a little bit. I'll be like, what'd you do? Did you? That's strange. What's going on there?
This
Oh,
humid
yeah.
air. You know how it is.
Deep underground. Pressure's all weird down here.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Lokun, you want to help me? You know what? Instead of leaving this morning, why don't we just go ahead and leave now? I mean, we need to go ahead and take care of our friend. Genuinely, it saddens me to hear this. It really does. What? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
How'd you suffer those wounds, Dark? You're
Wounds.
bleeding all over the floor.
Oh yes.
Oh well, he's not. It's not like a heavy bleed. It's like a
Okay.
little bit of blood from his nose. It's not like he's. It's just
I
a
did
little
wipe.
bit.
Yeah, I did. I did
Okay.
kind of wipe it earlier. Maybe there's a little bit now.
Like
but,
at this point, yeah, like it would probably like cosmetically it would probably just be reflected by like every now and then he bleeds a little because of the fact that he's like at half health and he suffered them from psychic damage. Like yeah, his nose or his ear might like have a drop come out every now and then.
You're right, Dark. You don't look so well.
I'm not feeling well, honestly. I think I need to actually rest.
Indeed.
But I understand, and we can head out now instead of waiting in the morning. This is something that I think needs to be taken care of.
Why don't you do another deception check?
Damn it.
This is great. This is great.
Oh, I am pulling
Oh.
horribly. This is ridiculous. I didn't even get I didn't even get my short rest, so I can't even use my luck.
Yeah, so he's acting a little now. Lokun might be getting a little suspicious.
Damn it.
Yeah, that was a 2.
Lokun raises an eyebrow at you. Something doesn't add up, Elric. Why you're in such a haste right now?
1 plus 2 is 4 plus 6. Yeah, it all adds up to me. Yeah.
Nice.
Uh,
Mara, what say you?
I'm ready to go when you are.
I think we need to go ahead and head out. I don't want to see, and let's just be clear here, I don't want to see Oscar's body blowed up. That's disheartening. And I'm not being deceitful. I'm being honest. I don't want to see that happen to my friend.
No doubt. I think the same. But as I pass by here to talk to Amara, I see anything odd.
No, it's
What's your
dark as hell
passive
in there.
perception?
It's just an 11.
Yeah, so you probably wouldn't notice anything from up here. Because it is
door
dark
is
and you'd
open?
be at disadvantage.
I mean, it's dark.
Okay.
Yeah, it's at the very edge, but yeah, like because of the darkness and like your passive, you probably wouldn't notice it's open or that it's been knocked down.
All right, well,
All
let's
right.
go ahead and head out then.
Lokun doesn't know any better.
Like,
Stupid Lokun.
all right, so you all heading out,
Yeah, I think the plan now is.
and
So wait,
Amara, yours is 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of at the edge of your dark vision as well. I mean, I guess I don't know. I'm not even sure what the check would be for something like this. I would guess
yes,
insight maybe.
the door is just open at this point, right? We all can see that.
Just insight, or can
Uh,
I guidance myself to insight?
It's kind of like at the edge of your vision though, so it's not like
Okay.
you're not in battle, so it's not like you're looking around nervously, like observing all around you. You're just kind of casually talking to your allies, so it's not something you necessarily just notice.
Gotcha.
Like if you had a higher like perception, then for sure. But with it is what it is. Yeah, you can do like an active insight check, Amara, maybe.
Can I guidance or no?
I I don't know because it's not something you're even really thinking about, right? Oh, all right. So,
Holy crap.
yeah. So you,
What the
yeah,
fuck?
you, with a 20 might be a little bit worried about why Elric was acting so, kind of weird.
Why are you in such a hurry to get out of here?
Oh, it's not that I'm in a hurry, Amara. It's merely we have something
That and the
to do now.
nervousness when he saw you might be raising some red flags.
I didn't know that we were going to be able to find out. I'll say this: if I knew that, he had a last will, then I wouldn't have even came at all. I just thought that it was going to take Tiny some time to, to cast Speak with Dead, and I was going to use that time as I saw fit. I was a little startled when I, saw y'all come up. I wasn't expecting it.
Give me another
Caught me off
deception
guard.
check.
Oh man, if this is bad, okay.
Oh, there you go.
Oh!
Thank you.
That seems to check out. If you want, I'll give you an active insight because of the suspicion, Amara. Although I don't think you could beat a 26, so you might just.
I don't think I can.
It's starting to make. You guess that's a decent excuse for why he's acting weird.
Lokun shrugs, even though there's like some blood dripping out of Aleric's nose. It's like, yeah, it makes sense. Just go.
Let me just call Bernie. I don't know where he is. He was snooping around somewhere. Bernie, where are you at? Go ahead and come.
All
Where
right.
is he coming from? The south?
He's invisible. You wouldn't be able to see.
Okay, but we can
Give
hear
me
him.
a stealth check with Bernie.
You just were
You
you
really?
could have just left it at that. That's
Yeah,
on you.
Oh
he
man.
probably would have just followed you later, but yeah, he's trying to be stealthy now.
Oh God.
Cause yeah, invisibility doesn't mean they can't hear him.
So
Yeah,
what is the stealth check?
It
It
would
says
be
+5.
his. Oh well, yeah. If you click on it, then it should just
There you
roll it.
go.
All right, so
22.
yeah,
oh, okay.
he's pretty quiet. So yeah, none of you are sure where Bernie is. But a few moments later, he'd probably just poof in next to Elric over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, yes, master.
I
And he'll
told you to
fly
stay
out with
next
you.
to me. You gotta stay next to me. I don't know what you're doing, you know? You gotta
My
just gotta
apologies, master.
Yeah. Alright. Well, it's forgiven. Let's go ahead and head out.
Is there time to move my detect thoughts to the imp or the to his pet?
Yeah, sure. The imp would probably just be thinking about what would he be thinking about? Surface thoughts are just a wantingness to serve Elric and probably
The one of the main things a closet does is try to corrupt its master. That's one of its jobs.
yeah, probably I mean,
So,
I don't know if Amara has sensed a demon's thoughts before.
I don't know.
No.
There's probably a lot of chaos to his thoughts, thoughts of causing destruction, thoughts of corrupting Elric and wanting to serve him as well.
And then
So,
I can dig deeper with the spell.
yes, although at that point the imp would know you are affecting him.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so give me a wisdom save.
Damn.
Okay. So digging deeper, what is it you find out?
Let's see. Insight to its reasoning, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind, such as something it worries over, loves, or hates.
So again, its thoughts are fairly chaotic. There's a lot of worry about being killed and being sent back to the abyss.
Although that's
Probably,
common for Bernie, right? Like,
yeah, it's been happening a decent amount. It's still painful when it happens, though. So he doesn't like it.
yeah.
Probably worry about being used by his master in unsafe ways, which also has happened a bunch. Um, Probably a bit of worry about what the Baylor might do if he escapes. Um, those are probably the big ones right now.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So you three leave the area, and you're heading back to the cave.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So what are you doing here? And when you said you think you should leave right away, did that mean like go back to Chaur right away?
Well, it's a question. Well, I guess if anybody else has input, feel free to chime in. But I would want to know. I kind of forget like what was the timing of all the things. Like, we were supposed to meet up with Blackwater too, right? And Orcard was going to parlay with him, or
Yeah. Yeah.
So not in this outing. I believe that Blackwater just wanted you to search the ruins here, and he was kind of using your relationship with the hobgoblins as a way of getting access. I don't remember if he said or if you asked him to meet with Orcard yet, but that was supposed to happen before the two groups went to Issyk.
Yeah. We
I
had
think
talked about
when
it. He
I
agreed
yeah,
to it.
I think when you came here, I don't know if you asked Orcard about it yet. I forget if that conversation happened.
I want to say it did. Yeah.
Um,
Is
The
Barrett doing
notes.
the persuasion on that? I think, and me. Yeah.
yeah, you two. All right. So I believe that it was said that it would happen at some point, but I mean, Lord Blackwater is still preparing for the expedition, so it hasn't happened yet. But Orcard said that an agreement can probably be reached, but he would want to speak with Blackwater at some point before you all go to Issyk.
Yeah, I found it in the notes that Oscar took. Um, or do it or card step away from to talk a minute, and they come
Yeah.
back saying they think it's in the best interest to work with Blackwater. Yeah, because they didn't have enough men to
Okay,
make a run
so
at.
Neither force does.
yeah, so so Lord Blackwater has to come here probably when the trip to Issyk starts to speak with Orcard, and then they'll have a formal chat, which I assume you all will want to be around for in case there's some persuading that needs to happen. Because
Oh, I
you guessed that Blackwater and Orcard are not gonna get along without the intervention of the group, because they already tried to kill each other once.
yeah, totally. But I don't think Blackwater knows this yet, right?
No,
We just
because
talked to him when we got him. Yeah.
he knows, he seemed to know that your group had been conspiring with Orcard a little, which you never found out why or how. But he was happy that you had that relationship because he wanted you to be able to come here and check out these ruins,
Mhm.
which you have
Okay.
kind of half done. You got one of them, but you didn't get the other one yet.
It makes sense that we could go back to Char and take care of Oscar's body, and then talk to Blackwater, right?
Yeah, although he might not be happy that you only explored one of the ruins or ruins.
Oh well,
Well, we can go
whatever.
back. I mean, it's not like,
Yeah.
that's an issue. We just
True.
want to go
Yeah.
back to bury
It's
our
just
friend.
it's just more
Yeah.
time. It'll just be extra days of travel. Although if the teleporter was cleared out, you could teleport back.
Hey, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Give me a little bit.
Yeah. But anyway, so what does the group want to do?
Yeah. I mean,
You want to
I
head back to
ask
Char?
well, yeah. I asked Orcard. Uh, Orcard, we had, as you know, one of our allies fall. Is it possible we can borrow one of your carts to take his body back to Char in?
No.
Says we don't actually have carts. Carts are something you use for roads. We do have
Oh.
some horses.
We have horses, but
He says, why don't you just sling the body over a horse? But yeah,
I have a means.
carts only work with roads, and we came from the Desert Empire. There's no road to get from here to there anymore. None
all
that's
I
right.
have a
maintained
means.
anyway.
Yeah, I have a means of getting him back, Elric.
Oh,
The
all
floating
right.
disc and the Phantom Steed.
Oh,
But,
perfect.
how much time would it take us to get back to Char from here? Do you remember?
It is a 3-day journey. It can be less or more depending on how well you do on the survival roll for pathfinding.
I might be able to bring him into my vessel.
Oh, and that's even better.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I guess I've never tried.
Mhm.
I believe a dead body counts as an object, so I think you can just bring him in and leave him there.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking too. Because at level 10, I can take people into it. But if he's,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. I can pop him in there and then leave him there until we're ready.
Yeah, that's fine. So you go ahead and bring him in. So you would see her vanish for a moment. The ring stays out, right? Like it falls to the ground.
Yeah, I'll set the hourglass on the ground, and then
Okay, and then just
I'll
poof him.
cradle him, and I'll be right back, and I'll poof
All right.
into my vessel.
Yeah, so she winks out for a moment, the body disappearing, and she would
Mm-hmm.
reappear a moment later.
Yeah. So if we're about to leave, I tell Bernie and
A couple of
Abyssal.
the
y'all wish-
hobgoblins are like, "Oh, what's that?"
Y'all wish y'all spoke Abyssal so you could understand what I'm saying. So I speak to Bernie. I say, go ahead, go back, use the pickaxe on the ground, and I nod to him, and tell him to get going.
He will say back
With
to
his
you.
3 strength.
If I do that, I think it will destroy the teleportation circle, though.
I mean, it's going to be hard for me to crack that, Bernie. It'd be easier for you to do that, but I guess you're right.
He says,
Go ahead.
I don't mind destroying something magical, but
That's
I
fine.
thought you might be mad at me later.
Perhaps go ahead and just keep Burger Lil company for now.
He gives you like a look.
Try to-
He's
try
like,
to
oh
make
my
friends.
god,
Try to make friends with him.
you're gonna get me killed in the abyss.
mean-
He would say friends, really.
No, not friends. We're being serious.
The 1%
Establish
don't
a work relationship.
don't get along with the
Yeah.
quasits. He says, I guess I could try to speak with him, but I mean, I'm a quasit and he is a Baylor. He probably has no patience for me even talking or existing unless I'm
We
of
don't know
use
how
to
long
him.
he's been there. He might be lonely. We'll see. And then I send him.
He
I
just
send him on his way.
sighs and goes. All right, he goes over there, and we are at 8:30. So the group is going to travel back to Chaur, and it is gonna. That's what's going to be next time, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, and we can work on what we're going to do with Matt's situation.
Maybe we meet somebody new in Char. A
Yeah.
couple new people, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm still looking for more Saturday players if I can find someone sooner. Otherwise, we'll see who gets the slot. But go ahead and give me MVP votes.
Sounds good.
I'm sorry for dying. I didn't mean to.
Don't die
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. The
It
strength
all
thing.
happened so quick.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
it
think
wasn't
any-
really your fault. You kind of got screwed over by the surprise
Yeah.
round, unfortunately.
Lokun got one action before I was gone, and I thought the
I mean, it was a good try
teleportation that
on.
he did. Yeah, that's about the best idea that I would have come up with. But
If he had known, he probably could have turned you into a monkey to save you, but he didn't know. So
yeah,
it's unfortunate. But yeah, go ahead and give me those MVP votes. Looks like I got them. So Lokun with 2 votes, you're MVP.
Oh wow. All right. Thank you.
Good job, everyone. And sorry you got killed,
Yeah.
Oscar.
Good game.
Yeah.
I mean,
yes.
And thanks, Elric, for clearing that room out. I'm not sure if we would have been able to get out. Actually, I don't know. It's getting pretty hectic.
yeah.
I was legitimately worried about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had I known they were so weak, I would have used the fireball first.
It started with a fireball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
makes
just wanted to
sense.
get a little control going on, so I could have control with the demon, taking care of business, and then I know the fireball isn't going to kill him because Tanarooks are, they're pretty tough, relatively. So.
Oh, I love the demon summons. I don't see those enough, so that's pretty cool stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just have to.
You're now the only summoner left.
Well, I mean,
I don't
got
know.
no
Does
blood.
Necromancer count as a summoner?
sort of.
Yeah. Technically. So, I mean, Lokun's kind of a summoner when he summons the skeletons. So.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, good game. I look
Yeah.
forward to
Game.
seeing. You're gonna be sticking with us, aren't you, Matt? Like you're just gonna make a new
Yeah,
game?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look
You know.
forward to see what you make next.
Yep.
Yeah,
Your next
I'll probably
incarnation.
Yeah,
ask
yeah.
each of you individually about your ideas of what people need, but
Oh no,
or what
play
we
what you
need.
want. Like just play what you want. Like
Yeah,
I would say the same.
Yeah, what you're gonna be
what do
happy
you
with.
think is going to be fun? Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll play.
well,
I think we can always handle ourselves.
yeah,
So,
that's what it
yeah.
seems. That is
Except,
what it seems.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe
yeah.
something with more strength, though. No, I'm just kidding.
That is also what it seems. Too bad we
Yeah.
didn't have our barbarian there this week.
Yeah. Or Tiny. I think Tiny
Yeah,
would have changed that situation big time.
Yeah.
very
Yeah,
much so. I
Probably
don't know
would
if he had. Yeah,
he probably would have channeled Divinity, and all those guys would have gone running. But also maybe not though, because I mean we
I
got
didn't think of
surprised.
that.
So surprise would have screwed us over. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, the surprise usually wouldn't be as dangerous, but when it's strength damage, like just a few hits can bring you down.
Yeah.
Any ASI
Mm-hmm.
or
Yeah.
any ability score. Pick the right one.
Yeah, ability drain is always a bit nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
Mars right. Yeah. 6 shadows.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. A barbarian wouldn't change the equation too much.
Yeah.
I think a channel divinity, but the surprise didn't give us probably enough time. I don't know, but it's
Yeah.
also funny to think that the hill giant, those giant strength potions, not
Oh.
necessarily needed for just the warriors. It's sometimes maybe good to save.
Oh yeah,
the
Fosker
weaker
could have.
folks.
If
Yeah.
I would have been able to pull one of those out, that is what
Well,
I was
Lokun
thinking.
maybe could have given it to you if he had it, or someone else down there. Like if, unfortunately,
Tiny had
if
it.
Elric was down there. Or yeah, I guess
Yeah.
Tiny had it. So yeah, maybe if Tiny was
Yeah,
here.
Tiny.
Yeah.
It's like 21 strength, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could've bought you
Then
some more
we
time.
would have been fine.
Mm.
'Cause we would have had too many animals down there eating things.
All right. Well,
Yeah, fun session. I'm sorry
Fun
I
session.
died. Thank
no
you, Lou,
worries.
for the session.
Yeah, no problem. And we will
See you next
pick
week.
it up next
Yeah.
time.
All right.
Yep.
Later, guys.
Take care,
All right.
y'all.
Good night, all.
See ya.